Hmm.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. So obviously there's no audio for the first try, so that's one of
It will be too easy.
Yeah. So welcome everybody to the sixth episode of The Gidding Voice. I am Sapo, and with me tonight there is the Blue Prince, Filip Skornicki AKA Skura. Skura, welcome to the channel.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to be here. Let's go.
And tonight we'll talk about a very staple of the format, a deck that exists till day one of the Pauper. Online and paper, no excuses. Mono Blue Faeries was always there and always be. Let's talk about it, Skura. I know that it's one of the decks you prefer to play in Pauper. But before to talk about the deck, I want to talk about you. We always know you because the top 8 at the Paupergeddon in Rome last year. But I know that you are also a content creator and a really professional player of MTG. So let's talk about it. Skura, who are you?
Yeah, so I have been a content creator for like half a decade now, I would say. So a very long time. And then from just writing content, I went to YouTube, to streams, and then I became one of the biggest European commentators. And I cast like all of the major European like GP style events and like the regional championships and stuff, which is where I showed myself to the world. And then I began starting to play a bit more seriously, and I've qualified for the last 2 RCs. I debuted both of these RCs, and I also play Pauper pretty extensively. And in Pauper, it all started with me winning the trios at Geddon Rome with my friends Franek and Sodek. And then I top 4'd the main event. And then a week later, I won Nationals.
Oh, the week later, yeah. It was a good week for you, those one.
It was very good. It was insane. And so honestly, I'm still thinking like it's a dream. It was just an insane week.
A nice triplete, as we like to see to say here in Italy. But you won all that tournaments with Mono Blue Faeries.
The same deck, yeah, every time.
The same 75.
So I changed my 75 between
the
trios and Geddon.
Okay.
And then I think I played the same 75 between Geddon and Nationals, but it was like 3 cards difference or something.
What do you think about the trios? Do you like the format?
Oh, yes. Oh, I enjoyed it a lot. Very much. Because Faeries, in my opinion, are pretty difficult. And there are those weird, difficult combats, especially, when it was really comforting to have my friend over who could tell me, attack this turn, wait a bit more, like just kind of get some tips, especially when you get nervous. And also I finished my matches pretty quickly as well, so I could help them. So emerging victorious together was just so nice.
Were you the captain?
Oh, absolutely not. Our friend Franek was the captain, because before that Geddon, I hadn't played Pauper for like 8 years. So my only experience with Pauper before that Geddon was 2 weeks of testing with those friends.
2 weeks of testings, and you top 4, win the trios, and win the national.
Yes.
God bless you.
Yes. but actually, before that, I played Pauper only. Okay, before that, I played like for a week before one local tournament. And then 8 years ago with like blue-black teachings.
Okay. Oh wow, a nice archetype. I really like that kind of win con less deck. Oh, that.
Yeah, and these are my signed Paupergeddon trio Spellstutters.
No, Mattia, non si dice, Mattia, no. Però sì, no, beh. quello che fa la differenza tra un giocatore casual e un giocatore professionista come lui, quindi ci sta. You surely have a good vision of the game, so that's not lucky, but you were not lucky. You were there are well played games. So let's talk about the deck, the Mono Blue and the Faeries. Mono Blue is the deck that you play the most, right?
Only.
Only, okay, perfetto, yes. Direi. So let's talk about the deck, and I think that it's the moment to show the deck list. And that's...
Yes.
This is the deck list that we will play tonight. I adjust the video, don't worry. Let's talk about the main game. The main deck. Arrivo da un aperitivo abbastanza violento, quindi se dirò cazzate stasera, raga, perdonatemele.
Those spellstutters were signed by the local artist, by Shivan.
Oh, okay. Shivan that will be in the next Spellpergaddon in Lucca, for sure.
Yeah, so she basically signed every like a playset for all of my friends and myself. And she drew a little crown on the heads. So I have a crowned Spellstutter, and my friends have a crowned Tomb Raider from Mono Red and Brute Scale. Rest in peace.
Okay. So a lot of your favorite cards. So.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So to the deck list. Earlier today, if you're keeping track of my content, I released a deck tech for this version. Because this is my a combination of my recent experience, but also meta-analysis.
Yeah.
Like a couple of days ago, I released a tier list based on my predictions and my view of this. And so this is a list that's a fruit of all of those. So it's 18 lands, as almost always. It's 8 ninjas. That's also a classic, so nothing interesting. 4 off 1 mind, also stock.
Yeah, just the core of the deck, don't worry.
Yeah, 4 Spellstutter, 4 Miscreant, and 4 Faerie Seer. That's also, but everybody plays that. Just 12 Fairies. Now, quick side note: if you play a different Fairy build, like blue-black or blue-red, please play more than just 8 Fairies. Please. Or 7. Like, I see people play just Seer and Spellstutter. That's not enough. Please play more.
Okay.
At least Snacker.
Why?
And just make it 12. So, basically, one thing is that you want to have 1 drop into Spellstutter so it counters the 2 drop. And second thing is that, remember, this is a conditional counter spell. It's not actually a good counter spell as a counter spell. So, if it's just 2 mana, counter a 1 drop, but also maybe because it can die, it's just way too conditional. It's just not, it stops becoming as good. But if you have a Fairy on board and you play Spellstutter, you can counter maybe a 1 drop through removal. It just becomes much more resilient. So I play this as a package. Counter spells, also stock, and now we're getting into a bit more interesting stuff. So. This is the same card. Humbling Elder and Brian Barrow Intruder is the same card.
Yeah.
Technically, you should split because of like Echoing Decay.
That is not played anymore, but why not?
Yeah. There is 0 issues
unless
downside. You prefer art.
Okay.
Or you have one in Japanese and you don't have the other. Then play whichever you like.
Okay.
But this is the same card. So I used to play 4. I used to even play 6 because I played 4 of these plus Cogwork Wrestler. Because when we wanted more of these effects, we played Cogwork Wrestler. Because it's really good in the mirror, but mainly against Kuldotha. Because back in the day, Mono Blue Faeries wasn't really played. Like before I played it, like it was just, tier 2 or tier 3. Nowadays, we don't have a mono red deck that plays so hard in combat.
Yeah.
So Pinger Burn, for example, or Madness Burn, they are more of burn decks, or they have Kessig or Gutter Snipe standing on the battlefield without really attacking. So this effect is not as important. It's still important because you want to win in combat. You want to kill refurbished familiar, for example. That's key. And you always want the first one because the first one can be picked up numerous times with a ninja. So that's good. You want the first one. I never really want the second one. And you want to keep some count for off one mind. So for now, I play 3 of those. I could see 2. And if a meta changes, I could see 4 or 5. Again, if they're more combat-centric
so
decks.
it's most meta-dependent. Okay,
very much. Okay. Then we have Dispel. And this is one of the cards I got, I really popularized. I started playing Dispel's main deck, and I had 4 Dispels in the 75 and no Spell Pierce, which you can also see here, no Spell Pierce.
Yeah,
so,
from the chat is coming Pierce, it's better than Dispel. Change my mind.
Yeah, let's all... Spell Pierce is probably surely better in blue Terra, but not really in Faeries. And let me tell you my logic. When you play Terra, you can pass the turn almost every time because you have instant speed cards like Thought Scour, Mental Note, Brainstorm, and Lorien Revealed. So you can play instant speed. So if you pass the turn on turn 1, you have Spell Pierce or Mental Note. On the second turn, you have Brainstorm or Lorien or Spell Pierce still. With Faeries, you have to commit on the early turns. You have to play Faerie turn 1. You want to play Ninja turn 2. And only on turn 3 and 4 and 5 you want to hold up counter magic. But at this point, Spell Pierce has lost a lot of its power. Because on turn 4 or 5 or 6, it's just way too late. And you will never counter, for example, Eviscerator's Insight with Spell Pierce. It's just not going to happen. Or Breath Weapon. Or whatever. Snuff Out, Cast Down, Galvanic Blast. But Dispel counters the things that matter a lot in those later turns. So first you tap out, and then you hold up counter spells. But in Terra, it's the reverse. And that makes a huge, huge difference. So that's the reason for the spell. You're also pre-boarded against some decks because you have answers to Pyroblast and Breath Weapon in the main deck. So you don't have to commit those slots too much in the sideboard, although you still see 6 blasts.
Yeah.
But this is mainly a hate for removal and card draw. But also it's great, for example, against High Tide, where Spell Pierce is also...
Filip, just a moment. We can see the third pile of the sideboard. Can you stock in one pile?
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's make it one pile.
Thank you.
So I have double checked my perspective on Spell Pierce, but I'm still a fan of Dispel much more. And also there's one more card, which I know there is one Italian player who loves the card, which is Force Spike, loved by Pesha, is his name, I think.
I really hate Force Spike. It's too situational. I really hate it.
But what's the pronunciation? Pesa or Pesha?
Sorry?
Do you know the player? Pesa?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, never mind. So there is an Italian player who top 4 the last Geddon, and he also played Mono Blue Faeries, and his nickname is, I think, Pesa or Pesha. But still, so he plays Force Spike.
Aspetta. Pese. Yeah, Pese.
Oh, Pese.
Pese, yeah. Okay. Mattia Pesenti,
okay.
From Bergamo, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Grazie, Ale.
Okay. Yeah. So that one, yes.
Una defiance incredibile.
Force Spike a lot, and I don't play Force Spike. I tried it a lot of times, and as you said about it being situational, I fully agree. So basically, maybe it's a different approach, because as I said, my approach is to tap out on the first 2 turns, if possible, and then hold up counter magic. But if that's the case, on turn 3 already, and 4 and 5, Force Spike has lost a lot of its power. Right? The same with Spell Pierce. And you will see this approach with my list because I play 16 1-drops. That's and most lists play 14. I really want those creatures early, right? So it's maybe just a bit of a different approach.
What's the?
And so I'm already this.
No, go on, please.
I wanted to say that I'm already discussing the maybe board basically, just as I'm going. So you never count a turn to Wildfire, correct? Okay, so next thing, Snaremaster's Pride. Yeah.
But a question before we can go on. You have this approach to play Mono Blue Faeries, and so without situational counter like Spell Pierce or Force Spike, for example. Mattia Pesenti, aka MTG Pese, as you said, has a different approach. So there is a right approach, or it depends on the meta game, or is totally a random thing? How it works?
That's a good question. So, when I played Fairies and my friends played Fairies, I do find that we choose different lines a lot.
Okay.
Like people sometimes prefer to play more aggressively. Some people prefer to play more like countering the early setup.
Okay.
And then try to play creatures, right? But I prefer to play creatures first. So I think this deck actually allows you to show your personal kind of style.
Okay. By the way, Faerie is a tempo deck, so it's between aggro and control. So you can choose to go more aggro or more control. Well, okay.
Yes.
Nice point of view. Thank you.
Yes. My personal, I have had most success with the approach of, let's say, aggro first and then control.
You prefer the aggro side, yeah.
But it's basically the point is very simple. The pauper meta game, or mainly the pauper mana bases, are pretty slow, and your mana base is very clean. So basically, I want to have my creatures on the battlefield before you start the game of your own, and when you start playing your spells, I'm countering them. Okay. But I already have something attacking you. Basically, that's my point. Like,
all your build is set it up to make this come true. So you play a lot of 1-drop, so you can play all your creatures to set up this situation as much as possible. Okay, it makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay, go on.
Exactly. Now we have two Snaremaster's Prize, which are mainly one mana, 1/1 Faerie. So that's mainly for Spellstutter, but it does have a very nice effect, which is the stun counter tap. And I find 2 copies to be the perfect balance, because I want 1 sometimes. Now, on turn 1, it doesn't really matter. It's just a 1-drop that has flying. All good. But
that you can use really for ninja, yeah.
Exactly. But like if you have 2 of them, like you will never have enough mana to use 2 of them. You will still use 1, maybe. So I think 2 copies is perfectly fine. And then at this point, if you count, I will have 13 1-drops. This now. So 13 is kind of low, but possible. So now to this I add, and that's another innovation of mine, so let's say, a card that I signed a lot of copies of at the last Geddon, and I'm really happy to everyone who approached me and I could sign all of those. Harrier's Tricks.
So when I tap a permanent, draw this card, okay.
Exactly. So the logic is as follows. It's a 1 mana, okay, it's a 1-drop. That's good. It has flying, so it's a 1-drop that you can always ninja out, right? Second and a third thing, it has an immediate effect. So you play it and immediately you tap. In the past, I played 4 sprites. But it was so difficult to use the ability because it cost you 3 mana. So it had to be done very late in the game.
2 mana intensive. Makes sense.
With Strix, I have situations like, you've got a turn 4, you just go 1 mana, tap your blocker, attack, and you still have 3 mana left. And people against you have to attack you as well. So for example, Affinity will have, let's say, 2 Enforcers. They will attack with 1 and keep the other 1 to block the ninjas, for example.
Okay.
Or Terror. Terror will attack with 1 Cryptic Serpent and hold back Delver, for example. because they have to split attack. And then, if they split attack, you just go easy peasy. 1 mana, play a creature, tap you, bam, attack, and then have this creature for later reuse with another ninja. Is just so useful. And on turn one doesn't matter. On turn 1 is the same as Pride, it's the same as Faerie Miscreant. Now, the biggest issue is it's not a Faerie, but that's okay. We have a lot of Faeries anyways.
Yeah, of course.
And the draw discard effect actually comes up.
Let's see
quite
the
a
positive. Let's see the positive side. It's not human, so it can
it's not
it can
exactly,
fit
it's
in the off one mind sheen.
Exactly. And draw discard actually comes up against those affinities and giant wildfires in those late games when you want to ditch a land or two. Now, Faeries is not a 2-land deck, it's not a 3-land deck. You will normally play your 5th land, 6th land, and be happy about it. But from that point, maybe your 7th, 8th, you will want to loot away, or maybe like a Dead Snap, or maybe Dead Bind the Monster. So, Harrier Strix has been excellent for me. Absolutely excellent. And the very last thing is Snap. I played Snap early in my career at Gaiden and Nationals. Then I stopped playing Snap, and without Snap, for example, a couple of weeks back, I won the trios in Poland, and then I went into the finals of our EPT with no Snap. But now I'm back on Snap, and it doesn't mean I was wrong back then or right now I'm right or wrong. So I mean, I think I'm using correct logic every time, but just the meta changes, so I adapt. And at some point, I think I should play Snap, and at some points, I don't think I need to play Snap.
Yeah, the more you play this deck on the control side, the more you need to adapt to the metagame. So it will totally makes sense.
Exactly. And previously, 3 top decks were Kuldotha, Affinity, and Giant Wildfire. Against all 3, I didn't want Snap.
Yeah, from the chat.
So if I didn't want Snap...
useful against Tide too. You cannot...
Yes, after Giga Draws.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Fix,
So now we don't have Kuldotha, we have Pingaburn, against which Snap is much better because you can bounce a 2-drop.
Yeah.
Against Kuldotha, they had tokens and 1-drops. And it's much better against High Tide, and it's okay against Terra, and Terra is also pretty popular. So I think now is the moment to try Snap, even though previously I didn't think so. So we end up with this list, which has 19 1-mana cards.
Yeah, off one mind,
and I
it's
think
1-drop too.
Basically,
not,
Hacker
not
is a 1-drop.
Yeah, Hacker is yeah.
Snap is 0 mana.
Snap is yeah.
So we have a deck that has a very, very low curve. And then my sideboard is literally just 1-drops.
Before the sideboard, would you consider to cut a land here? Or you think that 18 is the number?
I was thinking about adding a land. I wouldn't cut a land because the easiest way to lose a game of Magic is if you don't play the game of Magic, which will happen if you don't draw lands.
Seguiteci per
It's just, it's just kind of greedy, and I don't see like what I would add in this slot. And again, Faeries can use a lot of lands. Like you can ninja a couple of times a combat. You have off one minds, which sometimes you have to hardcast. You have sprite ability. Like there is so much you can do with lands. I wouldn't cut. Definitely, I wouldn't cut.
And then I really appreciate the choice of the art of the island.
Thank you very much.
That's one of my favorites. So let's think about the sideboard.
So the sideboard is basically 3 sections: removal, anti-red, anti-affinity.
Anti-affinity.
That's it. That's it. 4, 5, 6. And if you look at the metagame, you'll see that most decks fit into one of these categories. So you will play Bind the Monster against anything that wants to block you, Red Blast against anything that has red, and then this against two of the top decks, which is Grixis Affinity and Giant Wildfire. And as simple as that. Now, I don't play cards like Relic of Progenitors or Gutshot because I think they're narrow and they don't really help you actually. So for example, Gutshot is only good in the mirror and against elves. That's just not enough to justify a card in the sideboard. Relic of Progenitors, it's way too expensive, and if I played Graveyard Hate, that would be Tormod's Crypt. And I still don't think that you need to use a slot for a card like this. Like I beat Terror very easily without Graveyard Hate, but you have to play a bit of a different game. So just get very simple 3 sections.
Being the monster, what is there for? I think that
it's for Chrysalis mainly. It's mainly for Chrysalis and the mirror match and like creature decks like Core Skyfisher or Elves, Walls.
There is a pretty card that was spoiled in Dragonstorm, I think, and
yes, yeah.
So
I know which one. Yes,
the Mastery Singing Strike, something like that. I
Yes.
don't remember the exact name. What do you think about it?
So the issue is that
He can't.
so basically you're trying. So basically the difference is this one deals you damage and the other one gives them a way to untap.
Yeah, paying for
The
5
problem
mana.
is, yes, and if you want removal against Chrysalis decks, those same decks typically have a lot of mana. Because if they play Chrysalis for 4 mana, they get 2 spawns, so now they have 6 mana. So it's perfectly enough to untap. And if they untap it once, it just can stay there forever as a blocker. So basically you didn't do anything.
Okay, makes sense. So
Yeah.
you prefer to pay some lives at the beginning, but make sure that it remain tapped. Okay, makes sense.
Exactly. Especially as you are typically the aggressor anyways, so your life isn't as important. And a lot of people will talk about unable to... Oh, yes. I knew it. I knew someone would ask about unable to scream.
They ninja'd you.
So, I talked about this numerous times, but I'll talk about this again. Unable to scream has one huge issue, which is if you unable to scream a Chrysalis, it will keep the counters, and so it will be a 1/3 or a 2/4 forever, untapped, and you're never getting through, never.
Yeah.
So
it can block the
unable to scream
ninjas
is
and so on.
fundamental.
Yeah.
It's fundamentally awful against Chrysalis. It's also absolutely awful in the mirror because you can still attack with this creature and then poop, switch out. Now, it is better against elves and walls because they have Quirion Ranger, but I'm not going to choose my removal because of elves and choose one that's awful against Chrysalis. That would be irresponsible. So when Chrysalis is banned, which is never probably,
Okay.
then I'll maybe consider unable to scream.
Okay.
No,
No.
but yeah, unable to scream for me is unplayable.
No, if you enable Chrysalis, then you cannot blast it because it remains colorless. Because the layer when the Void Act is upper to the layer that where unable to scream works. So you unable to scream, it loses all abilities, but it loses also the Void, but it remains colorless. That's magic,
that's interesting.
brother.
I didn't know
That's
that.
magic.
Nice.
Do you know the funny stuff where you can cast a card and the text does not work on the play?
Yeah.
It works on the layers. Yeah. No, è vero, Lindy, è vero. No, no, non sto scherzando, è vero. Perché il layer dove... ve la spiego in italiano così sono più confident anche io. Il layer dove l'abilità di The Void, quindi l'abilità statica, va ad agire è superiore al layer dove Unable to Screen va ad agire, quindi un layer più basso, quindi toglie tutte le abilità ed effettivamente le toglie, quindi su The Magic Online per esempio non vedrai The Void scritto, ma continuerà ad essere in colore. Perché anche se non c'è più, quando va a essere checkata le state base action, The Void agisce prima. E è un check continuo, no? E quindi ogni volta che il gioco va a checkare la carta sarà sempre prima in colore delle sensibilità. È così. Le cose facili da spiegare a chi magari ha giocato 10 partite e ti capi fa sta roba. Niente, oggi signori iniziamo a spiegarvi i layer. Ma papà ha 8 anni. Spiace. Scherzi a parte. Go back to the fairies. And let's talk about the positioning of Mono Blue in the field. So, what are the best matchups and the worst matchups, and how to fight against them?
Yeah. So a lot of people, like, it's going to be different for a lot of people, because when I saw the stats and I saw that Kuldotha was like 60-40 against Fairies, I couldn't believe this, because it was the reverse. So I'm not really basing it on numbers, but on my personal experience. So Mono Blue Terra is a good matchup. Affinity is a fine matchup. Giant Wildfire is okay. Is an okay matchup. Mono Red, different Mono Red variants are good matchups. And then the bad matchups are
Explore them. What? Let's look about Mono Red. About pingers, for example.
Yeah. So for example, so basically, if they play a lot of creatures, like a lot of small creatures, we're happy because we've got Humbling Elder, which is awesome in those matchups. If they play a pinger version, like only pingers, it's a bit tougher, but that's why. But I have Snap now, that makes it a bit easier, and Postboard does 6 blasts.
Yeah.
So that makes it much more manageable. Now Lava Dart is annoying, but they cannot allow themselves to sacrifice a land in the first 3 turns. So it's possible to still win through it. When it comes to Mono Blue Terra, it's a good matchup because when they spend the first, let's say, 2 or 3 turns setting up, brainstorming, mental noting and stuff, in that time, we can play fairies and ninjas, which they cannot interact with, and we're already attacking them. And then from that position, we can start interacting with them. Now, they will resolve a serpent or 2 because we have just 4 actual hard counterspell. But that's okay, because we will still attack them in the air with fairies. And if they attack us with a Terra, they are risking us attacking with the ninja. So sometimes they can't even attack us because of our ninjas. And when they do play, let's say, 3 serpents, and they can attack, it's going to be late enough that we can still keep attacking in the air, and at some point, we'll just block with the fairies here. And that's okay, gain 5 life. And as the game progresses, we will be able to win. So to summarize, we get ahead in the first 2 or 3 turns, then we interact with them, or they try to interact with us. When they play the first serpent, it can't really attack because we have our ninja to virtually block it.
Yeah.
Like it cannot attack because we attack. And if they have more, at this point they're probably at half of their life, so we can both attack in the air and block because we are drawing cards continuously. And this strategy just works. Just never keep a hand without a 1-drop and ninja. And if you do this simple trick, 1-drop ninja, you're going to increase your win rate against Terra substantially. Just this one thing. If you look at a 7 and it's good, but it doesn't have these things, it's not good. Mulligan.
Filip, have you ever considered playing some different ninja?
Oh, yes, and they're bad.
Okay.
I thought about them. but unfortunately they're not good enough. So the issue is one of them is too expensive. It costs 3 mana.
The Moonblade.
And we need to be able to rotate the ninjas. And the other one costs just 1 mana, but it
That's
just
one
deals 1 damage.
Who bounce the creature?
Yes.
Okay.
But the issue is that, like, just imagine a very simple situation. Okay, let's imagine a terror game or just Giant Wildfire, just any matchup. You want to get ahead early, right? Now, if you play 1 drop into that ninja, you're not getting ahead because you're just hitting them for 1, probably returning nothing. And then from that point, like if they play a blocker, you can't attack anymore. And it's just like you're not actually gaining advantage, right? So maybe it could be played as a 9th ninja in like the Strix slot, for example.
Okay.
Or like Sprite slot. I could see that. I could see how we try to do this. But still, these ninjas will be still much better because the key is to get ahead on cards. Like remember, and I've said that numerous times as well in my guides or on YouTube, this deck has a power level of a limited deck. These cards are not good. It's just 1 mana, 1/1.
You killed my dreams.
This is not good.
Yeah, no, go on.
Sorry.
You wanna kill
And
other dreams here?
Yes. And if you want to make... So the reason why this deck is good is because you, let's say, begin every game with 2 more cards.
Yeah, for sure.
Because your ninjas hit. And then if you think of it this way, that you have 2 more cards, then these bad cards in multiples become okay. So you have to have the ninja plan going, otherwise you're just playing a bad deck. Or full of bad cards.
My last question of the maybe board is what do you think about Smoke Shroud?
Oh god, it's so bad. It's so bad. So,
bro, you're a dream killer. You cannot do like this. You cannot act like this.
Sorry. Okay, so very quickly, for people who want to read more, me complaining about cards, I have a separate article.
Yeah, please
complaining
link
about
in chat,
like,
please link in chat so I can save and
there are
read
like
for later.
20 cards I complain about, but Smoke Shroud is bad for a couple of reasons. One, it costs 2 mana. It should already raise a flag in your head. Okay, that's just expensive. Second thing is that before you use the last mode of it returning, you'll probably have to play it, right? So
you can discard with the Strix or with the ninja.
You can, but this means that, for example, you had this in your hand and you're just waiting until turn 3 so you can finally discard it.
You're not a dreamer.
Because this is so bad.
I'm a dreamer. I'm a romantic dreamer.
I know.
No, I'm just a bad player. I'm just a bad player. Don't worry.
And it's just. I also my personal logic is, as you said at the beginning, my logic is not to play situational cards, right? I want to have as good individual cards in my Fae deck as possible. So I don't play Force Spike, I don't play Spell Pierce, and I don't play Smoke Shroud because it's just asking you to just have the wrong card in the wrong moment. So yeah.
Okay, so
maybe if we like if we had, for example, I'm just imagining if we had like a Faerie that said draw this card. 1 mana flyer, draw this card.
Yeah, I think that exists a bunch of cards like this.
Then maybe it could exist, and then also this Faerie would be really good. So please give me that Faerie. But until that's the case, no.
What about Spire Golem?
Very quickly in chat. Yeah. A Spire Golem is unfortunately not in this day and age.
Ciao,
so
Ita.
basically, for me, if a card costs 3 mana, it's unplayable. Okay, 3 mana, unplayable. 2 mana, we can have a conversation, but it's probably unplayable. In order for Spire Golem to be good, it means you have played 4 lands, which means, or 5 order. So it means it's a very late in the gameplay. So if you play multiples, there's a very high chance you will have it in the opener, at which point you're just waiting until you can play it, which forces you to have more lands sometimes if you don't want to. Again, it's just awkward, and again, is in the same camp as Smoke Shroud and Spell Pierce. It's just too situational. It just wants all the stars to align in the perfect configuration.
Okay.
But I don't want to play like that.
Okay. That's why you make results and I don't.
And there's a question, what about keeping that card in hand versus a black deck, like Familiar? I mean, you can, but like I'm not going to put a bad card in my deck so I can discard it and not feel bad about it against this card. Like that's not the logic I want to use. That's kind of backwards.
So if you don't have any other cards that you will consider in the maybe board and the chat too, I think that we can start the first match of the night.
Yeah. So basically, the more basic forest we see, the worse it is.
Oh, a Cyber
So we're
Cryptomancer. Yeah, are we gonna play a league? Yeah.
We're just starting. So yeah, you can keep asking in chat, and I see the chat. So Cyber Cryptomancer, it costs how much mana? 2. Okay, so we're already skeptical. Basically, it's a 2 mana protection spell, but this spell is a better protection spell, and I could see that possibly, but it's just not that good on rate because you're going to play 2 mana to save a creature. Again, 2 is twice as much as 1. That's not trivial. And then if you use the backup on something else, it's an 0-1. So it's just, yeah. And okay, sure, it can buff a creature. So that is nice. But then again, you'd have to cut something to make room for it. So like, what do you cut? If you cut a 1-drop, you're increasing the mana curve. Maybe you cut like what, off one mind? But like, like again, there are a lot of cards you could try, and it wouldn't be the worst. Saibai is in the camp that I could imagine seeing, contrary to Smoke Shroud or Sunken Citadel, which is awful. Okay. So we're on the play.
Let's go.
And this is the best hand you could want. We're on the play.
There's a ninja.
Do you have lands?
Fairies?
1-drop and ninja? Yes, keep.
Of one mind too is also a good follow-up. I think one of the best follow-up we could want here.
There is a question chat about fixing centering, but I think you see everything. So, my personal favorite trick is to click right and then no possible play yield all. It makes everything very fast. It means when you cannot play something, it will automatically skip. Okay, so we go land Faerie Seer against an unknown. So now we see land. So, I told you that this is not a 2-land deck. You need more lands to actually function. Now, I'm thinking in the context of my hand, how mana hungry am I going to be? And I'm going to be pretty mana hungry.
From 1
because
to
I
10?
will play Hacker.
12 at least.
I will have off one mind to have more cards, Sprite costs 2 mana, and Faerie Seer will filter even more. I'll just go top actually. With double land, just go up to 4. Just don't feel bad about playing your spells. And we're playing against Madness, which is a very good matchup. So we attack, we hacker. We auto yield, so again everything is faster. Bam, play Faerie Seer. Now, if this was a different 1-drop, I would have played it because it's wasting a scry, kind of. Okay, actually it's not wasting because I drew the card and then drew the card. So I have 4 lands now. I don't want another one. And Snare Master Sprite isn't going to be the best. I'm going to bottom it as well. Now I'm looking for counter spells, more ninjas, or Brine Barrow Intruder to be able to break through a snacker.
To some
Now
some fight tricks.
The worst thing they could do here is grab the prize.
Wow.
And no land drop. The worst case they could have done is grab the prize snacker. Now they discarded 2 snackers and nothing else. So I have Spellstutter for a 2-drop. So the question is, do I want to play for 1 mana Seer or 1 mana of 1 mind?
I think he couldn't do better than discard to Sneaky Snacker in that situation, don't you think?
No, I mean,
against
they
fairies.
would really like a land. Yeah. So my rule of thumb, when you don't know if you want to off 1 mind or Faerie Seer, is very simple. Should you add to the board, or do you need to stop adding to the board? And here, there is no reason not to add even more to the board. So there will be time to play off 1 mind. For now, we're adding to the board. We're bottoming another land. We're keeping a counter spell, which now we will draw. Bam! Now, do we loot? So if I loot, I will have to discard something, for example, land or off 1 mind or Spellstutter. I'm not going to loot because I like my whole hand, actually.
Nice point here.
The only moment when I don't loot is when I know my whole hand.
Cards,
I know the card on top.
And you want
I know
all the
I like
cards
all
you
of
have in hand. Yeah. Perfectly played. For example,
So now
I looted here. If I was in your situation, I pressed yes, like a caveman.
Now, I don't think my opponent. So some people say they kept a wild hand. Well, on the draw with Faithless Looting, I think it's perfectly reasonable to keep a 1-lander.
Yeah.
Yes, it is optional.
Oh,
yeah.
it's optional. It's optional for good players, not for us, Mattia.
So, this is now a very interesting situation. So, do you Spellstutter or not? So, Spellstuttering here is a play that thinks that they haven't drawn anything and you're just winning, whatever. But if you're thinking that you're winning anyways, then don't make that play. I would here make a play that plays around their best draw now, which is land, another looting. So I'm going to just let it resolve. Because if they go land looting, I'm in a really bad position.
There was a land, but not the right land, and not another loading. Yeah.
Yes. Now I know I have counterspell on top, and next turn I will have 4 mana for 2 spells. So I'm thinking if I want to add Spellstutter, but maybe not yet, because I don't have a ninja to pick this up.
Yeah.
So now I'm just attacking with both, and I can double counterspell. Mr. CI, you would, because they have only 1 land. I mean, clearly not. They could have played another one. I was playing around them playing another land. Now I have 2 counterspells, so I can easily play Spellstutter on whatever. See? So very often when I play Fairies, people tell me that I'm playing as if I knew what my opponent what they would play. But yeah, you just have to play smart. Boom. Now what do? Nothing. Just attack. Hold up counterspell, and then next turn you can start ninjing. You have a lot of mana. Easy peasy.
Yeah, that's a 2-turn clock, so he hasn't so much time.
Now we let them do this first. Counter the draw. Is it stronger to play well or not play bad? This is a philosophical question.
So, too philosophical, Morgante. The 6th land.
So, easy, play it. We have a lot of things to do. Attack, easy. They block Spellstutter. Okay. Bam, return. Bam, return. Damage. Triggers. Always yes. Yes. Now we can play our 1-drop, hold up 2 mana. Bottom, land, keep Strix on top because it taps the imp.
Yeah, really nice in this spot.
And now I might not even counter the draw spells, because now Snackers come tapped. So now I don't care because they're at 4. So if they play another looting, I'll probably say, okay.
He just conceded. Really well played.
So now, as I said,
All
our sideboard has 3 sections. All the blasts, yep.
First ninja, then
and-
hacker. Always correct, worth mentioning. Why?
Yes, so the idea is that you always want to have a full draw and then draw this card. In this case, it didn't matter because they both drew
They
the
both.
card. But like,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, so in this case, there was no difference.
Oh,
but in
Lindy,
general,
you were talking about the triggering. Okay.
yeah. So we side in 6 of these. Oh god, sorry, something's going wrong with my voice here. And we can side out. We can do this in a lot of different ways. I'm going to cut maybe a Strix.
The Snare
cut
Master
snaps.
Sprite, I think, it's not so good here.
Yeah. Easy 6.
Easy.
Yep.
I think that the Strix here is better than Snare's Master, is cheaper. That allows you to tap better and use mana better than the Snare's Master.
Yep.
Snare Master.
So this hand. So you can. So the question is, what if there are lands in the top 3 or top 2? And let's even say that there are lands in the top 2. This hand doesn't have ninjas, doesn't have blasts, and has a very expensive curve because it's 2 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana. So it's actually mulligan.
Before this, I
agree
always
that-
mulligan one land hands. Always.
Oh, I keep them a lot with Seer, actually. So okay, so wait, I have a perfect article for this occasion as well. Because I write very useful articles. I wrote an article about Fae probabilities, which is I calculated the probabilities for keeping hands with Seer, without Seer, with Hacker. So this is going to be a keep. So we're on the draw. We don't want to go lower. We have ninjas with Seer. Now I'm just going to bottom one of the redundant cards, which is Hacker or Ninja or Counterspell. Because we don't have more 1-drops, I'll just bottom one of the ninjas.
You can
But
merge them in a
it's not
book. Good point.
It's not a very good hand. It's not a very good hand.
But it surely do something better than the previous
Yeah,
hand.
so you have to ask yourself if a 5 is going to be better on average. And
Yeah.
like, here I have a strong proactive plan still. I have lands, I'll keep all of them.
Yeah.
If they kill Seer, that's not going to be very nice, but
Will you hardcast the
Okay,
moon
sure.
circuit hacker or stay hold the counterspell?
I will hold because I want to stop them for playing like a grab at the price or something to return Snacker.
Yeah,
I know I have a land on top, so there is no rush just yet because making land drops is progressing a little bit. They're probably holding up interaction, so we're just wasting their mana as well. They're passing back with no land drop. Let's hope there is a land on top. That's a really bad draw, but that's okay. The best draws are lands. Yeah. I'll play this just to have a creature on the battlefield. I'll tap, doesn't matter. They're not going to play instant speed black card. I'm just going to let this happen actually. Because if I counterspell this, I give them like all the freedom in the
No,
world.
it's
to do
totally no
something on
sense. He
their
can reanimate the snacker. He can loot a lot of things. No.
So I'm not happy about this, but I'll counterspell. But I'm not happy about this. But I want to
Yeah.
use my 2 mana at some point. Land?
Good for us.
So I will play Hacker.
Yeah, with 4 mana we can
want to
we can allow to protect
Exactly.
our creature. Yeah.
I want to split the difference. I don't want to just be reactive or just be proactive. Now this is annoying because it blocks the hacker, but again, at the same time I don't think I can use my counterspell on it. I'll just be patient. At some point I will draw a Strix or an Intruder and I will break through. So
Yeah.
for now I'm just trying to be patient.
How many cards does they have? 5?
5.
Okay.
I'm not attacking. Just pass back. Just be a bit patient. And I actually played Control for most of my life, so I know how to be patient.
Okay.
So, rule number 1 against Madness. Don't counter burn spells that go face. Unless you're at like 2 life. Doesn't matter. You only counter card advantage or maybe removal.
But I
now,
think Vampire
I
Kiss
think-
allows to reanimate the Sneaky Snacker with bypassing your counters.
That's okay.
No
This
matter, okay.
is going to happen anyways.
Okay,
This is going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
So, I will actually, I think, Spellstutter here because I have everything costs 2 mana. It will take me forever to be able to play 3 spells in a turn. So I have to play something.
No, that's nice.
Now, because I drew this, I'm actually just going to attack. And I'm not going to ninja. Because I want to have 5 mana and do 3 things. So I will use 1 counter on it. But I'm not going to win ninja. Just attack, pass. And then hopefully next turn, if I top deck a land, I can go ninja, counter, spell, blast. So I will try to do everything I can not to play blast this turn.
Okay.
Because you want to really care about efficiency. Now they return double snacker, but again, that happens in this matchup. That's okay. It's a part of the game. And now again, a land, a spell, sure. So now I will
Ninja.
Pass priority.
Try to
So
spell starter
casting
here.
spell, that's going to be risky if I expect.
Or you can just
Something here.
blue blast the bolt and cast a Faerie here in the second main phase.
I like that. Yes. Bam, bam, draw, seer, and now I want lands. Actually, this is also good. I'm going to wait. So now we have to think about the sequence. If I top both, I will have 5 lands. Everything costs 2 mana, so I can play this for 1 mana anyways. So I can go top with off 1 mind first.
First, yeah, of course.
Now they will grab the prize, which is pretty good. But yeah, so this is the turn where they can do anything.
Wow.
And the festivity is very strong. Oh, that's very
He's
aggressive.
attacking, right? Nice. He's ninja, no.
Ooh,
And they
okay.
cast down. Cast into the fire, sorry.
We've lost. And let's play another one. Boop, submit.
Have you considered something different? Playing on the play? No? No changes? Not even the dispel?
It's good. No. No reason to change anything.
Okay.
I'll keep this. I've got 1 drop ninja hydroblast. Now, what you can do is you can tap your own streaks to establish dominance. They kill it.
The streaks say you may tap.
You can tap anything, so you typically tap their land or your own land, for example.
Okay.
I'm just going to flash in a creature.
Yeah.
So now I can bounce it back with Hacker and still have blast.
The Mon Secrets for sure here.
Let's hope we draw a land.
Boom!
Good.
Avete visto
pass.
come si pesca, eh?
When you play this deck, you also always have to think about mass removal. Sometimes you cannot play around mass removal, and that's okay. But sometimes you can. So first we let them resolve Imp, so they make the decision. So now they cannot have a counter back, like Pyroblast. So we counter grab the prize.
Eita, benvenuto, grazie per il follow.
And that's actually not that big of a deal. Like it still trades. Oh, no way. Okay. So I will change Ninja with Ninja. So we have a clean draw. And now we basically just want to draw lands all the time. And that's why I said like we have 4 lands and we still don't have enough. Like this deck really wants like 6 lands or something. They play grab the prize. That's okay, we cannot counter.
When I play red, I never bolt the first fairies, but I wait the ninja and usually bolt it. Is it wrong?
I think it's wrong because you're asking yourself to get like blown out by like Hydroblast, Dispel, or like ninja flipping a ninja. Just kill the fairy.
To prevent is better than heal.
Basically, yeah. So I'm thinking about playing Spellstutter End Step, and
Per
I
la
think I will.
serie, detti tradotti malissimo.
Playing Spellstutter End Step now allows me to just go 1 mana off 1 mind to draw into lands and like maybe into their effect. This is not great. So now I can either play Miscreant Hold Up Counter Spell, or off 1 mind again, or attack with both, where they probably block Spellstutter. I think I'll off 1 mind. I really want that land.
You want to play... oh! Don't say cat. If you don't have in the...
I will let them actually block. I will let them block, because if they block, I have the Spellstutter free for next turn. And now I have two pieces of interaction if I need to. They have 4 cards, 5 lands. Again, if we draw lands for the next 5 turns, it's great. Like this deck is again really mana hungry. I'll say that numerous times. Just looting like this, I'll let this happen. Imp, okay. And I will let Imp resolve actually. Like if I had more mana, I would of course counter, but I don't have more mana, and I want to be a bit more careful with what they allow them to do. Boop. Just play the bird slowly, play another creature, pass again. Next turn I will attack with both, probably hacker one of them. Like, they have 4 cards, I have 6 with 2 ninjas. Like, I'm winning this game if I just take my time and just play it well. I'm thinking... I'm thinking if I want to play Seer and pass, I want to ninja now. I think I'll actually Seer, because next turn... Because if I attack now, they'll block Spellstutter, and I will ninja my Miscreant, which is fine. But next turn, if I attack with all of them, they will block Sprite or Seer, and then I will ninja one of the other one, which gives me even more advantage long term. Another Seer and another Hydroblast. I'm going to keep actually both on top. And considering I have a lot of counter spells, I'll keep Seer on top.
Yeah, Seer on top better, yeah.
Yeah, like just more creatures, more interaction. Good. Now they're playing out lands, which tells me that they're annoyed and they want to show me they have a lot of lands. But considering their madness, I don't think they should play all of the lands out. Sure. So now I can do the trick.
We have a blast on top, right?
We have blast on top, yes. Sure. I'm not going to fight over a bolt on a 1/1. Damage. Also, I really like to orientate my cards left to right with the highest mana cost to the lowest, which is a small thing, but that's what I do. Now I have 4 mana. If I play 1 drop, I still have 3 pieces of interaction. So I think I can safely play another creature. You also always have to count. Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, ninja, okay.
I'm not sure if I want both. I will keep one of them probably.
I think that we already have a 2/1 ninja. I think that I prefer to keep 2/2 ninja here.
I'm thinking about this. Yeah, I could also just keep no ninjas. I'm not sure. Like we have so many good cards. Okay, I'll keep one big ninja. But we just have so many good cards now. So we don't. I don't want to get into a situation where I'm stuck with all the cards.
There is something interesting
sure.
in their graveyard.
Nothing. They discarded one snacker, so now I will maybe counter the next looting, but because I also don't want their looting to be a 2/1 for them. Too much. Now I can draw the ninja, and I will just offer a trade. I don't want to throw away my Faeries here. Sure, and then the road is unlocked.
Sorry, Filip, why don't you want to ninja here?
I'm just holding up all the interaction. Like, there's no rush. I will win this game in 5 turns.
So patient.
Yeah. Like, they will play spells, and I will counter those spells. And then I will unload my hand, and then I will ninja. If you bottom something, it's lost forever. Yes. And again, also it comes down to style. Some people will play more aggressively.
That's a huge dispel.
As I said. Yeah. And that's what they've been waiting for, to set up this. But I've also been waiting, so... They could have a third one. Whatever. That's actually not a problem. They have one card in hand. Like, literally they're losing. Bottom land, keep off one mind, pass. Whatever. Like, we put them into the situation that this doesn't matter. Like, they played 3 mass removal spells. Okay.
Yeah, we couldn't save from that situation, but you minimized the damage.
Yep. Just pace the plays. You don't need to play all in. Do this, and I think I can go. So okay. 3 mana is for 2 interaction spells.
They were setting up a lot. Yeah, they started setting up in 1998 from that turn. Fuck them.
So I will not even protect this. Whatever. Like, again, remember that it's very natural for creatures to die to removal. That's okay. Like, if every creature you play draws a card, like, I will, like, if you imagine a curve, at some point I will start winning because they will run out of removal spells.
And
but I will start drawing more creatures.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'll bottom the land, keep the counter spell, and I will, next turn, I will play Hacker, Seer, draw more cards. But I have to say that I do enjoy playing patiently. But you have to have that in you, sure. So now I think I'll play... Actually, I'll play Off One Mind. And pass. And we're getting more cards. They have 1 card, we have 6. Again, we will win. But you don't have to win immediately. You can win later, that's okay. I'll play Faerie Miscreant and pass.
Ma rincorsa, minchia, veramente, 7 removal in un turno, porca miseria, ci ha tirato. Che cazzo.
Now we go to attacks. We play
ninja.
Small Ninja.
Oh, Small Ninja, okay.
Small because you can buy back the small with the big. And also I want to use just 2 mana to play 2 creatures and then Off One Mind. Boop, pass. 7 cards in hand.
Huge.
And remember that it's like they have 4, 5, 6, 7. They actually don't have that many lands. Like, it's turn 14. Like, it's 10-14. Like, we're very late into this game. Now they do this. They discard another snacker. They will draw a 2nd card this turn. Again, 2nd doesn't matter. We're holding up 3 interaction spells.
They had one card in hands, right? No. Oh, they had
have
3
2.
cards. Now 2.
Play another land, attack with both. They will block, we will Elder. And then we will Big Ninja. Again, another blowout.
Huge turn
Now
here.
I'm not going to play more. I'm just going to pass with interaction. This, as you know, doesn't matter. Actually, people ask me in my Discord, how do you know if something matters or not? And that's difficult to just say. Again, you just say, I'm trying to explain my logic, and then you have to like embrace this logic, like feel it. Like, yeah. 9th land, sure. Now we will attack with both. And they will block a small hacker. And you know, that's not the problem. It's done its job. They will go 1-1. Okay, I will play something. I really didn't want to. I have 4 more counter spells. Hydro, Pyro, now I can Spellstutter it. Boop. La la la. La la la.
We had too much resources at this point of the game.
Yes. Pass the turn. And this is a deck that really plays on the card advantage axis.
You can Spellstutter here to make lethal on the next turn. Just for that.
Yeah,
Okay. GG. Really, really well played.
Thank you. Thank you, but yeah, when I play live, and there are some people watching me play, I do realize I play a bit differently. Again, I have a different maybe style or approach. Yeah. Like people keep different hands than I keep, or play, more aggressively, play the ninjas where I don't. Or
Yeah,
don't play ninjas where I do.
I played Mono Blue Faeries a lot of times, but I think that I could lost this match because I had different choices, a lot of different choices, and they always were wrong. I was talking about mine, of course.
This deck is so interesting to learn and master. Like, it's every game. And also, it's not difficult because it's like maybe like Altartron where you have different loops. It's difficult because it's the basic magic. Countering, drawing, attacking, blocking, combat. Like, these are like the very basic magic things.
That's why he top 4 at Get and you comment on Twitch. Yeah. Pretty accurate.
So this is annoying because this is a 1-drop into Ninja, but with just 1 land.
You're keeping
This
it?
is awkward. I'm thinking,
Ooh.
but probably I'm not. I won't. Okay. Now this is not great, but I don't want to go to 6. I'll bottom one of the sprites. And now let's hope this finds a ninja. Or at least a sprite.
No,
Land
counter
counters.
spell and a land.
I'm actually bottom both. Because ultimately, we need to work towards, again, the ninjas. Like, if you go these cards into counter spells, we're not doing much. Like, this deals as much damage as a third of 1 Delver. You know, that's not a lot. Like, you have to have the ninja plan ASAP. So, like, if I kept those cards, I would go, counterspell or something. Counterspell on something. And then what? And then anything they play would be better than what I have. So... And as you can see, when people think it's an aggro deck, like, these are not fast games.
Again.
Oh, Madness again. Nice.
Oh, God.
Well, it's good prep for Geddon because I think a lot of people expect Madness to be pretty popular. Bold Face. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, please. Thank you, opponent. That's very nice.
This is up to me.
Thank you. Thank you. Please don't do that if you play against fairies. So now I will go creature plus hold up counter spell. Now try it again. Try the same thing. So try to find a ninja. We do
That's
find
the
a ninja.
ninja.
We'll bottom this spell because this spell is not that great in the matchup. I wanted to bring. I mean, no worries. Like there will not be a lot of fairies, and also you just need to be afraid of two people: me and Persia. Nobody else. And what are the chances? Like if you don't top 8, no worries. You won't have to play against us. Looting. So I have a ninja on top. Okay, I think I'll just counter whatever they madness out. Because the issue is, like, of course I would like to counter this. But if I counter this and they go grab the price, I'm going to be very sad. That's the issue.
Yeah.
So, they will play both of them. We will resolve one and also resolve the other. We don't care. Remember that your life is a resource. As long as it's not 0, it's good.
You're not dead.
So, now I don't think I want to wait much longer. I think I will ninja here. I don't.
They really do not care about the creatures, so go straight for the ninja. Who cares?
Let's go, because the best draw would be a land off the top. If not, we will play Faerie Seer and set up our draws further. But sure. So now we want lands, basically. One land.
That's
Faerie
it.
Seer. I don't want another Faerie Seer. I will keep a land. I assume this will die. Like, basically, I always assume ninja dies. That's the best. If it doesn't, awesome. But it probably does. But that's okay. It drew you a card.
The pro player cynical vision of magic.
Please play flashback looting. Please play flashback looting.
Looting is too powerful here, opponent.
Please play flashback looting. For fans.
For the content.
Yeah. Grab the prize. Okay,
He's
so
going
now
straight for life points.
So from this position, now we probably will counter the burn. But now we have 4 creatures, lands, and counter spells. So this is exactly actually what we want. Yes, 5 life total is low and it's uncomfortable, but we should be able to do it. Let's just pass. It wasn't the smoothest game. We kept a kind of shaky 6, but it should be okay. I assume that's a Italian joke.
Yeah.
And I assume that's very funny.
Italian card game.
Okay, so we spell Stutter because it's a 2-drop. I doubted they could remove two creatures. So
Hamson
because they tap out,
casted.
I'm going to use my
Wow.
sprite. Use my snap because I can. Snap is sometimes difficult to convert, especially against high removal decks. But now I can. It's also a 3-drop. So that's a very good turn for us.
Yeah.
Oh god. So as I said, we took 15 damage, and then now we're not taking more damage.
Yeah,
So now, if we draw a
we can
land,
say that
we play more.
our opponent allowed us to build up the field here. He
Yes.
wasted a lot of
But-
removal.
But
I
that
don't know.
also comes down to the style, because they are now forcing me to counter almost everything now.
Yeah.
Like, I have to counter everything. The previous opponent was more controlish. So as you can see, different players have different styles. I think I'll counter. And I'll tell you why. I really want to counter this and counter something else. So next turn I can go ninja my sprite and hold up sprite. To actually have, like, for the mana to work out. So this will resolve,
Who cares?
although it's not. Yeah, I can always just leave Seer to block. And now they will madness something. Snacker. Okay. Okay. So. Oh, this spell. So let's just go to attacks. Attack like this. I will just have Seer to block
Yeah,
just in
hold the
case
Seer.
because
Yeah.
4 life is much better than 3. They just block, which is fine. No, I'm holding up 2 counter spells like this anyways, so I can add 1 more creature. And it makes a difference because we want to kill them in 2 attacks, and I still expect that maybe I will have to, attack through an imp or something.
Okay.
So,
No, you can tap with this Snare Master.
grab the thing. I will have to do this. I mean, I think I have to, because if you let them draw more cards... Oh, that's good. They waited. Okay. See? So now... Now they have this. But we can still just hold something back. Let's hope they play Fiery Temper. They're not playing anything.
2 cards in
Okay.
hands.
Ba.
1 more.
Maybe?
Yeah, why not?
That's 5. That's 5. Actually, no, I don't need to. Because if I do this, that's 4. But I will ninja, that's 5. It's still 5 damage.
Okay, same
But
clock.
I'm thinking about the imp. I'm thinking about the imp that I'm kind of afraid of. So let's do this. Let's
Draw
hope
2
to draw a land,
cards.
so we can have. So we have Starter plus this spell. We double draw. Okay, we just pass. That's unfortunate.
We have 3 fairies on the board. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we probably just still have 1 counter spell. I don't think they will play 2 spells worth dispelling. Ocie, panie, co to jest?
Hard
Told you.
casted.
I will actually let this happen because I have a better board. I want to fight on the stack against spells, not against creatures. The attack, that's okay. I will trade and chump. And now they're dead on the battlefield, so they have to do something. That's a weird attack. Oh, this second blocker, such a good play.
Amazing.
Ah, and you said you wanted to attack.
Amazing.
You wanted to attack.
Amazing. The same side as before.
Probably, yes. I'm still thinking about the dispels, but post-board they become even better because they have Pyroblasts and sometimes like casting to the fire, electricary and stuff. So I'll keep the main plan, which was 3 snaps, 1 Strix, double Sprite. Also,
You can
that's
switch
important.
a dispel with the Strix here, I think, on the play.
Yeah, sure. I could. I'm on the draw, but I could, yes.
On the draw, sorry.
If you play like people play fewer 1-drops, I play 16, which means when I cut like we did like this, I cut 3, I still have 13. If you had fewer 1-drops and you still cut them, you would have even less 1-drops. So I have more of a buffer to cut from. You really think forwards. Thank you. But I think you have to, with this deck, to be successful. I'll keep this. We have our own plan. Again, I wish we had like a Hydroblast, but we don't. You remember
No asserting dominance here.
Yep. That's important. Oh, that's really good for us. Because that's nothing.
Let's go.
Whatever. So, if I draw a Hydroblast, I will go Small Ninja. I think I will Small Ninja and... So, the reason to go Small Ninja is to replay the creature and who have 2 creatures on the battlefield, so they cannot answer both. But it walks into and the festivities. So I'm thinking that I'll probably go Big Ninja because of that.
But as we saw the last game, our opponent do not care about creatures.
True.
So,
but post board,
let's
I assume
think
they
about
might
it.
bring. They might bring those cards in.
Even if they died to creatures.
Okay.
Let's see.
Ninja will die, but it drew a card. We drew a land. That's okay. I mean, I assume they will kill Ninja. Like, if they go face, it would be insane.
Mighty set. No, okay. They killed the ninja.
That would be. So.
He got sane.
Okay, too many expensive cards. We don't have really interaction. So what I will do is. Oh, it's getting difficult because of these clunky draws. And that's why you want to avoid those clunky cards. So, for example, another ninja. Or 3-drops. That just don't play 3-drops, please.
Please.
Like, as you can see on this stream, every single mana matters. Like, I'm trying to count up every single mana every turn to have as many spells available. If you play a 3-drop, it's just so bad. Okay, I'll bottom Sprite and keep the land. And I'll...
Guys, take care of these words. That's a free coaching. Offered by Skura.
Yes. But let me just very quickly say that you can check out my content on Metafy if you want something in a written form, all the guides and stuff. A lot of cool articles there.
And remember also to follow Skura here on Twitch.
Yeah, on Twitch, on Twitter. So the issue is... Wait, let me think. If I Sprite and they have Electricary, they cannot play anything with Madness. So it's not the worst case ever. If I play Sprite and then they end the festivities, it is pretty annoying. But if I let this resolve and they play something with Madness, everything with Madness is more expensive than Spellstutter can even counter.
Yeah, so you cannot
so
counter.
If I let...
Let's make a bet
I
here.
have to
Okay,
do this.
you betted it. Okay.
I'm not in a good position. My hand isn't good. I'm going to play like this. Yeah, so this is the mass removal, but they will not Madness anything. And that's something I expected could happen. But again, our draw is as it is. No interaction, clunky cards.
He discarded 2 lands.
You're working. Okay. Yes. Another land. Okay. Watch this. As
Why not Strix into Moon into one of one mind altogether?
yeah, like if they have a blocker, I'm going to Strix and it's going to be pretty good. If they do something like this, I don't really care.
Yeah. No.
So you also have to know when to.
It is how it is, Sapo, hai ragione, Morgan.
Yeah, ragione. I agree. I don't know a lot of Italian.
No,
I only know
in chat
giocatori.
they wrote it is how it is, Sapo, and I say
I
you're
saw,
right.
I saw.
You're right. Is hai ragione.
Okay, there is one new phrase. Wait, let me check. It's Principe Azzurro.
Il principe azzurro, yeah.
Yes, that's me. If you wanted to know, that's. I mean, apparently, I've never been called that, but you said it, so I guess.
From the chat, but at least you enjoy Italy when you come for Geddon.
Oh, mi amore, of course I enjoy Italy. So, okay. If I had to... Okay, the good things, the people. Like, so many of you approached me, said hello, took a picture, signed their cards. And one person even baked me bread, which is awesome.
Really?
Yes. Yes. So I appreciate that very much. The only thing, if I could change one thing about Italy,
Is the
guys,
people- no.
why do you go for a lunch break for like half a day in the middle of the day and you close restaurants? I cannot imagine why you would do that. Like, I fly in, it's 3 p.m. and I can't eat anything. It's impossible. Why?
Because lunch is lunch and dinner and breakfast too are sacred to us. So there are sacred hours where you can eat, and after that, if you eat is an unholy thing. So we can allow
fair
you
enough.
to do it. No, I'm just kidding. But 3 p.m. is nap time, Morgante. You're
Nap
right.
But coming back to the game, we have a good board. We're drawing cards. We have 5 cards in hand. They have very few. We are at 9 life. So if they like Faerie temper me, I'm going to just let it resolve. They ditched Snacker, so they will return it. But that's whatever, because I can... So now it returns tap, so I get a free attack. Then I will tap it, and then I will bounce back the Strix probably. So it's all good. Okay, so they will do this. I will tap Imp with Strix. And then we will bounce back like Miscreant with Hacker, draw more cards. Oh, good job. Even though we had a pretty bad draw. Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay, I'll take this.
Sumetinas on Friday evening, drunk until 5 a.m., then played on Saturday. Average Italian pauper player performance, I think, Mattia.
But what I'm going to do now is... Wait. So I don't want to double Ninja, because if I double Ninja, I will want to play more creatures to block, which will eat a ton of mana and walks into more mass removal. So I'm just going to do this, switch out just 1. Maybe I should have double blocked now thinking about this, just to be even safer, but maybe there is no need to be so safe. Let's hope to draw more lands. Come on.
Another ninja.
Oh, that's okay.
That's
Elden
nice.
is good. So we can just play creature. Hopefully it draws a land. Thank you.
Let's
Now we
go.
pass. And we have counterspell, Elder.
That's a pretty good
So
turn.
now we...
But our opponent, how many cards do they have? 6.
They have 6 and they will discard 2.
Discard 2, okay.
Interesting. They're doing this now because they could have attacked and then brought the Snacker back. So, okay, but they do it pre-combat, which is very fine by me. I will count...
Just
I will counter...
Why don't we with Blue Blast here?
Because I want to use my 2 mana instead of 1 mana. Because every turn I will use so much mana that I want to use more expensive cards first, and Hydroblast counters what I really care about, which is mass removal and grab the prize. I don't care about black cards that much.
Okay.
And again, I want to use the expensive cards first. So I will play Elder. There are a couple of ways you could do this. I could, for example, make Imp smaller, but still block Snacker, just to take no damage, and I'll probably do that. I could make Snacker smaller.
And jump block the... Okay. And double block, yeah.
Because I want Imp dead more than I want Snacker dead, because they can bring it back.
Can return, Imp done.
And I don't want to go down to 3, because going to 3 means I die to many more cards. And remember, it's turn 7, turn 8 already. They do have a fail rate. They bolt me.
And I think I am too scared here to to let this bolt resolve.
I will counter only because if I resolved it and then they played Peace or Alms, I would be dead because I have no counter spells. Okay, so now we can go to attack with all of them. Because I can pick up the Elder to make Snacker smaller.
Another turn we can fog.
I'm not going to even swap up the ninja because I think I want to hold up a lot of mana.
Yeah, but we don't have answers here, so
Yeah, at this point, I don't care about the number of cards, but about the quality of cards. Like I have 5 cards.
We don't have counters in this point, so. But we have 3 draws. Yeah, makes sense.
I don't need to swap out the last one.
There is here.
Bam, bam.
Stutter.
That's good. Bam.
Hydroblast.
I will discard one of the big ninjas, maybe. And okay, so now I have Stutter, Hydroblast, Elder. That's 4 mana, but I have 5. So I can place.
Yeah, that allows us to counter a 2-drop with the Spellstutter too.
I have Off One Mind and Hydroblast. I don't want Off One Mind. I have a lot of cards. I'll keep Hydroblast. Yep, and we're chilling. Now we draw like 3 cards a turn. So now we just want to play a bit more carefully, not to dice randomly. Okay, they do it pre-combat. I cannot counter this in any way, so that resolves. That's pretty good. If they do this again, that would be pretty scary, but we've seen this is a second imp.
I just realized something. The imp is the familiar of Asmorano Mardica Destina Kuldakar, aka the Cook. And the Sneaky Snacker Steal Food is a snack themed deck. Bro.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Are you able to say Asmorano Mardica Destina Kuldakar?
I am not now.
Asmorano Cardema Destina. No, come on. Asmorano Mardica Destina Kuldakar.
Madonna indeed.
So, Madonna indeed?
Yeah, you said Madonna. So I'll just repeat it.
Okay.
I will make this smaller and then trade with Snacker.
Yeah, we
Because
can
again, we have a lot of
champ
pieces.
block 2 times the imp here, so yeah.
And then again, we will bounce Elder again, it will fog combat, etc, etc. Now what's good for them is that I cannot Spellstutter for 2. And I think they want to play a 2-drop because of that, which is very smart. Extract the Confession? Really? With Collect Evidence?
So
Greatest power.
a ninja.
Okay. Boop. That's whatever. Also, playing sacrifice effect against fairies doesn't sound very good. So now we go to combat. Boop. Boop.
Ninja
I
again.
will swap out for Elder. Damage. Which one's which? This is the bad one. No, this was the good one. Okay, I messed up. It's so annoying online. Clean draw. This is... no, I did it well. Okay. Now cycle. Let's discard one of the lands. Let's play another land. We have 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Pass.
Perfect.
That's funny. Oh, come on!
The third one?
Yikers. Yep, these are the... Okay. This is definitely the best thing they could have. So actually we could die if they have too much... Like, if they have the black burn spell, because they cannot actually counter it.
We can fog one of them.
If I need...
sure.
I will fog one of them. I'm thinking if I want to...
Champ block with the
Champ
starter.
with Sprite.
Hmm.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm dead to any black burn spells. I think I have to. And maybe in this turn I will just proactively play Strix. But this opponent is playing completely differently than the previous opponent.
Yeah.
Much more aggressively. Much more like go, go, go. And to be honest, this game
it's more
has been
difficult
a
to play
bit less
against this one.
comfortable.
Yeah.
But they're dead in 2 attacks, so that's nice. Okay, that's really good. So let's go to attacks. I can still attack with everything because it doesn't block Imp anyways. Electricity with no overload? Or... Oh, they did overload. Okay, well. At least I can use my Hydroblasts. Go to attacks. Attack with all. Bam, bam.
You ninja the...
Now... Only the Elder. Because I could make the trick, but I would waste too much mana.
Prefer to keep the mana open here, for sure.
Yeah. And now we just draw a ton of cards. Yep, nice.
Nice counterspell.
Although it's expensive, so we need lands now. Okay, that's nice.
Spell of 1 mind.
Discard of 1 mind. Give me land. Okay, I will discard Strix because I want to play Seer anyways. I will bottom another Hydroblast and keep the land.
Yeah, the 4th one.
Although it doesn't really matter. They're at 2 life, so this is their... Actually, no, I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Another electricity.
Overload. Let's use the Dispel.
Yeah, for sure.
And they have 1 last card. I have Counterspell, so...
Just 1 card in hand?
Yeah. Yep, just 1. They go to attacks. I will not play Elder because I know they have 1 card. So I can just safely just block and take 2 down to 3. Because again, if I Hydro this, or if I Elder and they play a Black Burn spell, I'm dead. Nice. So I'm playing against a... okay, I would not have lost. But sure, whatever. Let's counter for fans.
GG! GG! Well played. Very well played too.
Thank you. Yeah, I love this deck. My god. Games are so interesting, but... So, people think these games are easy because you always go creature ninja counter spells. But, again, I wish I had such draws. As you can see, it's much more difficult. These games are much more annoying and you have to play until like turn 15.
I'm missing some elves in this league. No, go away. Get the fuck out.
Please no. Please no. Yeah.
Allora per used Italian say ce l'aveva. È vero. It's really hard to change the thought process that are behind a deck like Mono Blue Faeries, but I think that the way to really start performing with the decks. Grazie per il follow, benvenuto. Ciao Mattia.
Thank you very much, Sylvie Gaming. I'm really happy that it's helpful. Like, a lot of people actually asked me to watch gameplay. And I'm too attached to my ninjas. Okay, so basically a big game changer is it's okay that creatures die to removal. And if you really feel this, it's going to be fine.
It's really hard to accept things like that.
I know. That's another hand like this on the draw.
You really like one land hands.
I would definitely keep this if it was Seer. Because it's not Seer, I'm thinking. So, okay, so basically, I'm telling you why. It's not like I like one-landers. It's because hands that are premium have a 1-drop and a ninja. If I open a 6 that doesn't have a 1-drop or a ninja, it's going to be worse than this risky 7. Basically, that's the logic. Like, these 3 cards is basically like my Tron. I don't know how to compare it, you know? It's really important. Unknown opponent. Oh, Snap is also good on the draw to catch back up. La 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 la. I'm keeping. But I will agree that if it was top 8 of Geddon, I might mulligan.
Okay. Affinity?
Easy. Or maybe like
The
Great
third.
Furnace. Oh no.
Boros.
No.
Oh, so Italian.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
So officially we cannot win.
God damn.
But I'm going to try to sprite the Glintehawk because they basically time walk themselves. Bam.
Nice.
Okay, maybe we can
really nice. Yeah. Just ninja the starter, open with a starter by countering two mana spells. Nice.
So this is actually the strength of Faeries. Even if you have a bad matchups, you will be able to win sometimes because you have those strong openings of Sprite, Ninja Sprite, Ninja Sprite. And that's just like a good competitive advantage to the whole
Yeah,
deck.
for sure. Classic Italian play. Hawk on land, go. Yeah. Hack Tua and bounce that land.
So, because it's a 1-drop, I can still safely play Sprite because they cannot kill a Fairy to fog it. And although I could let this result because I have a Hacker plus Elder, if they play removal, now chat, we know it's okay. Why? Because creatures die to removal. That's okay. It's a ninja and off one mind. Oi oi. Really good.
I won
I guess I'll keep
them
both.
all. Yeah.
I'll keep both. What's your view on Gutshot? I think you will have to rewind the stream to find out.
Yeah, we talked at the beginning on the stream.
Yes. And then
But
I can do this. Bam. And pass.
Te lo riassumo al volo, Morgante praticamente dice che Gutshot non vale la pena, non risolve dei matchup che già sono comunque negativi, che sono Elfi e altri, il Mirror, e quindi non conviene occupare degli slot side per...
Basically. Yes. I agree that it doesn't solve any negative matchups. And yeah. It's just good for a couple of things. So Skyfisher is more annoying. So because
snap. Nice snap here.
Okay, maybe we can actually win this game.
I like the way you said it so optimistically.
Attack only in the air because Elder can only save one creature. I will save now my Seer, and then I have Snap on top. So actually, let's go more. Let's tap out a bit more now. So we can do this. We're without any issues. I can add last card, and then next turn I can go ba 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 ba.
Yeah.
This is one of the best cards they could possibly have, so they are very hateful. Oi, 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 oi. Oh god, this deck is so good. How can you play something else, Chuck? Like, this is just... God.
Ruined.
So let's hacker the hacker.
To make more card
and
advantage.
I think we will also hacker the Elder because it's going to be useful in combat. Of course, munitions doesn't matter because they don't have things to sacrifice and mana to sacrifice. So now we draw. A couple of lands
Three
pass.
lands.
If they do nothing, we will tricks. Okay. Glindhawk. Yes,
Who
opponent.
cares?
He's good. At this point, it's too late to apologize. Boo, boo, boo.
We had a really good pile of cards here. Let's see.
I mean, there is no world in which we lose this one, but... So, buying the monster isn't very good, because they can
Isn't?
bounce the creature.
Oh, okay.
Isn't. So, no, like, I will probably side this in anyways,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm saying that it's just not very good. Okay. Now, it's a bit better with Snap. So, okay, first of all, this spell is going out.
Mattia Pesenti,
Oh,
Filip
hello.
Mattia Pesenti is here. He's asking who's the best
Hello,
Faerie
my friend.
player here. I cannot ask. I cannot answer this question right now. I cannot. Sorry.
Hello.
I need to
so
be
let's side down
diplomatic
3D
here.
spells. And now we saw that they are pretty artifact enchantment heavy. Now the
Sabotage
thing
and
with Bind
Anula.
the Monster, the thing with Bind the Monster is that the only thing that can bounce stuff is specifically Core Skyfisher. So, and we need to counter Core Skyfishers anyway. So I think we will do this anyways, and not be really happy about this.
Yeah.
And keep all the tappers, and just submit like this, and just let them resolve like Lambasses and stuff. And focus on the creatures. 1-drop Ninja Keep.
Mattia, long story short, you are different players of Fairies because Filip is more aggressive player. You prefer to make some more control. So you are good player. You're both good players. So fuck you. Never ask me something like that again, please. It's like asking, do you prefer mom or dad? You cannot do it.
Oh. Good example. So I want to wait with Snap until they play Core Skyfisher. I don't want to snap a 1-drop. So, and well, I mean, I could hold up Counterspell. The issue with holding up Counterspell is that I know I have another Miscreant on top. If I knew I had a land on top, I would play differently. So all the information is important. Let's hope that they use their turn killing the ninja and not doing something else. If ninja dies, it's okay, because creatures die
Creatures
to
die to removal. All together, creatures die to removal. Like a group therapy.
Normally people use this as an argument. Like, oh no, creatures die to removal. Here is different.
It's okay.
It's okay. it's positive reinforcement. So, I guess, okay, now I need to record it and loop it and have like a 10-hour version on YouTube. Okay, now we just need lands. Literally, nothing else. Just bottom. I know the cards are good, because it's a great deck. Just
But
bottom,
we need lands.
just find lands. We have all the spells in the world. Also, very, very tasty strawberries.
It's important to stay hydrated and eat a lot during tournaments.
Easy counter, they will Pyroblast.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
we got to do that anyway.
That's why I kept this snap for later. So we're just waiting until this happens. And they picked up... What did they pick up?
Lembas.
Something irrelevant. Ah, okay, something irrelevant, yeah.
Another snap here. Nice.
Okay. Boop. My new list is so good. Oh my god. So let's attack with both. I'm not ninjaing because I need to hold up mana. I'm holding up one piece of interaction anyway, so I'll just play one of the creatures. Maybe this deck actually doesn't have bad matchups. Counterspell.
Trying again. Wow. Board wipe here.
And now, remember, chat.
It's
It's
okay.
not a problem. Because they killed with Breath Weapon, they killed just 2 creatures. Okay, actually 3, I think. But like, we drew like 2 or 3 cards along the way. It's okay. Now, now... I'll actually just play 2 creatures out. And then maybe flash an Intruder, and then untap and just... But yes, also the fact that they play this is pretty interesting. In a Glinthawk deck. I don't think I would even play around this again in a Inspector Glinthawk deck, so... Breath, yeah. Garrison, okay. Pa. Land,
Oh, the
attack.
4th land.
But I will actually still just use 1 ninja. Because I want to be able to protect it with Snap, I think. So I'll just pass priority. Let's see if they do anything, because they haven't played Galvanic Blast yet, and I expect... reading like a book. Book. And now I'm going to ninja again. As play well, get rewarded. Now we can still lose. Again, it's fundamentally a bad matchup. If they resolve Skyfisher, we have Snap, I guess.
Yeah, we have their master at bat. We have ways to resolve the Skyfisher. Better or worse.
So I think now my list has a very nice density of anti-creature elements that are just kind of good in the deck anyways. Because we have 3 Strix, 2 Sprites, 3 Snap, and kind of also this. Like, that's so much that's just good in the deck normally.
I need to admit that the Strix is a really, really, really good card. I really like it.
Right?
I really like it.
In this situation, why not Ninja again with this? Oh, because I was playing too fast. Yes. Yes, I should not have snapped. I should have hackered the big ninja. I'm dumb. Yeah, I was just clicking fast. Absolutely, that's what I should have done. Let's play this, and I'll play. I'll play that.
Did you have the mana? Oh no, or just switch ninja one time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, instead
Makes
of snapping.
sense. Makes sense.
Just... Which would have been, of course, much better, and I would still have that snap in hand, which would be much better.
It's okay. You're talking. You're playing. It's okay.
Galvanic Blast. Galvanic Blast. Oh, they kill this. Then resolves. If it was this, then I would think. Like, I understand their logic. Because they want to kill something because this blocks this. Now, I'm not going to use Snap. Because I can just use Elder, which is like a free.
They surely forgot the Elder here.
I'm not sure they saw Elder. Did they see Elder? I don't think they saw Elder.
Really?
I don't think they saw Elder, no.
Good for us.
I will play Miscreant because it gives me a second Faerie. If they have another Breath Weapon in their Boros deck, then... sure. Oh, these strawberries are so good, man. I will play one land because I can loot the other one. And as you can see, chat, Boros is an S matchup. Oh, I meant I play this, so when I play Sprite, it's the second Faerie. I was just like a mental shortcut. La la la. Oh, they're going to upkeep Scry. Oh god, yes, 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 please.
They bottom, not top. Glint Hook. Bouncing a land only, so who cares?
Sure, yes. At this point, I'm drawing enough. I'm going wide enough that I'd rather hold this up for like Skyfisher that actually blocks everything. I cannot counter Breath. That's
Yeah,
correct.
but as he said, who cares about the second breath weapon in a Glint Oak and Inspector deck? You can play around it.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with all.
Oh,
They
Sodek,
will
welcome!
block. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap the small ninja, actually, to untap. And then I will small ninja to have Elder, to replay Elder. And now I'm drawing 2 clean cards. And keeping the whole battlefield. I have 5 mana, so I can play this and have double Spellstutter. I will bottom Seer, keep off one mind pass, and I'll go look at my Facebook because Sodek is... I don't know. Okay, so they have a lot of cards in hand. Okay, whatever. They have 5 life. I will just play a bit more carefully. Now Spellstutter's even counter Breath, so... Oh, they just draw a card. We can try to calculate if I should end step Spellstutter for lethal. Because, like, let's say they block 2 ninjas, that's 3 damage. I would have to double Spellstutter, but that's way too risky, so... Let's just play it carefully, bam. Play a land, attack with all.
Yeah, you can save a ninja here.
Yeah. I'll save the big ninja. If they block a Faerie, I'll save the small ninja. Okay. And they go down to 2 life. And I have double counter spell.
Yeah, at this point you can counter literally. I think that you can let it resolve it if you keep Spellstutter only to counter the real threats. We have won this game.
Yeah, exactly. Elfu, it's actually one of the worst matchups. Like, actually, one of the worst matchups. There are 4 bad matchups. Let me write them down. Because people ask me a lot. There are 4 bad matchups. Core Skyfisher decks, Gruul,
Makeshift Munition,
else worse. Makeshift, I think, is fine. Also, they have 1 card in hand, so I can do.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's finish this league. Although I don't have more strawberries, which is sad.
Four bad matchups, Koskei Fisher decks, Gruul, Elves, and Walls. Oh, Walls too. We didn't talk about Walls.
No, Jund is not a bad matchup. How much do I bench?
What?
So, the answer might surprise you. I do not bench at all. Sorry.
He bench the wool bench.
Yeah.
With the bodybuilder
I just...
on top.
Yeah.
That is benching 140 kilos.
I don't know if that's a lot. I assume that's a lot because it's like two me's. I weigh like 65 kilos. So.
Yeah, 140 kilos in the bench is a lot.
Okay, also, Chad, we have a bit of a moment because we're waiting. This is my YouTube. I post pretty frequently, and I also post it a huge deck tech of, I mean huge, a deck tech for this deck and my logic for card choices, including a tier list for me. Bam, another link is where I have all the guides. You pay for the subscription once and you have access to all the guides. Now, important, you can subscribe, read everything, and then cancel the subscription. That's a legal play, by the way. And my Discord, which is free and public, and we have actually over 500 people. 500 people in my Fae Discord.
In your Faerie Discord?
Yes.
Yeah, you're one of the best player of Fairies in the world, so I think that is fair enough. Faerie enough. Sorry.
I'm going to keep. You know why? Because it has a ninja and a 1-drop. Now, this hand is very clunky. So I will try to smooth out the draw with Faeries here. There is a world in which Faerie dies and I hardcast Hacker. But again, it takes a lot of me to mulligan 1-drop ninja. Because again, any hand that doesn't have those is a hard keep anyways. Unknown matchup, I'm going to bottom the spell, but I'm going to keep the second land. Insta keep. Huh? See? Great players. Chat.
Ai, Mirrorone. Mirrorone peperone.
Mirrorone. So the issue is that if we attack, and actually no, maybe it's not an issue. Let's attack and let them block. Then I will just hardcast Hacker. They don't block. Okay, sure.
Here's the big one.
I was too fast. I should have played the small one just to have, because you need to have more creatures on the battlefield.
So the small one plus the Faerie. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I think I was playing a bit too fast. Yeah, and I'm just walking into this, and now they can hold up Sprite, and I'm... But maybe they will... Yeah. That was bad of me. So hard. Cast off what, mate? So I know I have to clean up. I know. Oh, this...
The Snare Master.
Yeah, as I said. I very quickly realized I should have played small Hacker and Seer. But I was just autopiloting a bit too much. So easy peasy. Bam.
Yeah, basically just refresh you're 30-second in delay.
Yeah. Also, I don't want to use it as an excuse. But I have been talking non-stop for 2 hours now. So... Unable to scream is... I said that already, but it's so bad. Why would you play Unable to Scream? It's such a bad card, chat. Don't play this. See what I can do now? I can attack...
You just ninja back your ninja.
And they still have to do this. But now I can actually allow this to happen, let them block. They always have to have a blocker for this anyway, so they basically 2-for-1 themselves. And now they have tapped down from Sprite, so I can actually resolve more spells. So I don't want counter spell.
Snap is a nice card here.
No, snapping a 1-drop. And stopping a Sprite... Oh, actually...
I don't know, only to reiterate our spell, our creatures.
I'll bottom everything. I'll just want lands.
Really?
I have all the gas in the world.
Doesn't the Strix can shine here?
I have creatures. I can just attack. They have to block. It's good. So if I Sprite, they counter back, and then I can untap a ninja? Yeah, because I have 3 attackers. Yeah. But if they have specifically Sprite, Then they will have a third creature. This gets countered. It's 3 against 3. But on the other hand, if I let this resolve, okay, I will Sprite. The worst case is Sprite. If they have counter spell, it's okay. Yeah, then that's okay. Because as I said, I have 3 attackers and more ninjas. Unable to scream is so bad, chat. Please don't play this.
It's a trauma for Filip.
Let's see if they double block.
No?
They single block like this. So see, they still have to keep blocking this.
Yeah.
It's awful. Okay, let's think for a moment. If I go small, okay, if I go...
You can Faerie Miscreant and the counter spell, more creatures on the board. Maybe better.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. I was playing too fast earlier. Let's play a bit slower now.
Oh, maybe. Oh no,
yes,
why not Miscreant here? Allows you to cast the Miscreant the next turn and draw a card.
I can always do this, but I'd rather set up the next draw, because it always draws a blind. Also, I'll just tap out this turn. I'll just go top, and I'll just go bam, bam.
Makes sense.
And I'll draw another one, and another one. Like, the person who wins this matchup has a better board, not like counter spells in hand.
Okay.
So now...
Perfect pick.
So now their best card, because we have to think what their best card is. Their best card
It's Breath Weapon.
is Brine Barrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's only Brine Barrow.
Okay,
But I know I'm drawing Spellstutter, so I have 2 counters for a potential. Yeah, they're just copy-pasting a list from the internet. That's bad. But I won't say whose list, so it's still nice for everyone involved. Attack all as. Let's see how they block. Ha!
Double block.
They finally double block. So see, they wasted like 3 blocks and now a double block
I see.
on a creature they removed. God, it's so bad. So I could actually let this go.
Yeah,
chat.
Lindy.
Well, maybe you're correct. You're maybe you're correct. That it is indeed a certain Brazilian list. Damage? Okay.
That for sure. They do a lot of results, but how many leagues they played?
Yes.
That's
I will double spell.
The real question here.
I'm fine if we trade cards for cards. Like, I have more cards than them, so if you trade for cards, it's fine for me. Who has more creatures wins the matchup? See? Passion knows what's up. Oh god, I wanted to play Miscreant, so I was looking at chat. Okay, I'll tap there, bind the monster then. I mean, yeah, techies. Like, if you play well and if you play a lot, it's going to be fine. Like, again, if I took this list and I could go, let's choose the worst card possible, Sunken City.
What can go wrong?
And do this, cut the dispel, it would still be fine, and I would still win a lot of games. So. Okay.
That's a nice question. Which card do you wish gets downshifted for fairies? And why Vendium click? No.
Yeah, it's a 3-drop, so no.
Okay. Bitter Blossom.
This is the one.
Spectral Sailor. 1/1 Flying Flash. Tap 4. Draw a card. Okay.
Draw it. Give me Spectral Sailor, or okay. I'm not a very picky man. Just give me Spectral Sailor and we're good.
I'm a simple man. Give me the sailors.
I will cut 3 dispels because we don't want to fight on the stack like that. And the 4th card is maybe a counter spell. Because we're fighting on the battlefield, not the stack. There are a couple of more cards I would like to see, like Crackling Drake, and like a couple of blue-black ninjas. Like there's like an infiltrator, I think, and like a mouse kind of ninja. Yeah.
I'm hoping for a new 1-drop fairies in the next fairy set to replace
Yes.
Miscreant.
I think it would replace possibly Sprite first, but yes, Miscreant isn't the best ever. I'll mulligan this. I'll keep this.
Fairy Herbringers put the fairy on the top of the library, right? But it's a
Fairy
4-drop. I think the Skura don't like it.
I'm not sure if I want to bottom counterspell or land. They go creature pass, I go creature pass, I want to block. I'll actually bottom counterspell. I want to keep playing cards. And I don't want to run the risk of stumbling on lands.
Flying and Flash, Blocken, sì, troppe lingue di testo, troppe righe di testo, vero? Too many lines on that cards, on Sailor.
Oh no, I mean that's of course class. Let's go. Great addition to the deck. I cut 3 dispels and a counterspell. Oh, that's a good draw. Strix into Ninja. Strix is so good, chat. I'm telling you. It's good that a certain Brazilian copied my list. So let's do this. Okay, let's just try to do the same thing now. The same thing back. And we'll trade a bit back and forth. Now, I'll admit, at this point, I'm not using too much brain power. Because it's very late for me. And I'm kind of tired. But I hope I'm making half legitimate plays. At least. Okay, so
and you still playing better
4.
than me. So don't worry.
So we have a proper mirror match, but they drew 4, but they didn't add much to the battlefield. I can now go creature, creature, creature. And even though they drew so many extra cards, I might be still ahead because of this.
And they are totally tapped, so you can do whatever you want.
Exactly. So
starting
I'll
attacking
probably
here.
I'll probably attack with both.
We have
Because
a combat trick here, a ninja.
I'm really afraid of Spellstutter. Like, Spellstutter is so good in this matchup. I don't want to pass the turn and then let something Spellstutter. So I will try to play 3 spells this turn. If I draw, like, Bind the Monster, that will also be very nice. Yeah, and also, yes, they could play Gutshot because they might be playing a list of a certain Brazilian. And they play Gutshots in the sideboard, which is also a bad decision. Attack. Any blocks, opponent?
A Strix, nice.
Well, let's do the thing.
Let's do the thing.
Bam.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going... Well, I could ninja this and get up a card. Maybe that's better, actually. Let's do this, because they're losing a creature. I'm drawing a card. And I'll add this. I think that's okay.
2 more creatures.
And it's 4
yeah.
creatures.
Nice.
Really? Like, what are you considering it against? Is there any utility you see except for elves and the mirror match? Or maybe you're already valuing the mirror match highly? I mean, if you want to win the Geddon, you have to win against me. So probably that's why you need Gotcha.
Qua parte il contest, parte il freestyle adesso. How do you
The matchup against Wildfire is okay. I would think it's like... Okay, for me, I have won against it more than I lost, definitely. But a bit more objectively, it's probably like... And based on my experience, like 52, 53 for us. Okay. So I think we're ahead again. So I can do this and this, actually. And then force them to block a ninja with intruder, because if they don't, they're punished. And they don't. So I will go big ninja on intruder.
And small ninja on
Yeah, we'll go.
on the Strix.
Yeah.
Huge.
And I'm not even going. That is annoying, but that's okay. It's
okay.
one way for them to not fall as behind, fall as much behind. I'll draw. Okay, that is a land, but I will not play a one drop because they can Spellstutter it. But okay, that was a good tempo play for them, because they were falling behind a little bit. Another removal. Okay. Oppo maybe is drunk, yes. But maybe I will force the Spellstutter. Okay, no. I'll just let this happen. They're not generating advantage. Let's just let them do this. Now, it is nice that they drew 2 removal spells. I would also like a removal spell. Maybe we will find one. Sure. Okay. So now I can play a spell and a counter spell to counter the thing. So I can go Strix, and I will Strix one of them. Just play Spellstutter. Let's just let this over with. Let's just do this.
Open this type of guy that vote for Navrocki.
It's a joke about our presidential election.
Okay. What's the correct pronunciation?
Nawrocki.
Nawrocki. Okay.
Okay. So let's think. Because I might counterspell, but maybe I don't have to, or maybe I should or should not. If I counterspell, I have 2 mana left. And then I have Intruder. Okay, I'll just use my 2 mana. Maybe now. Just do this. Go to attacks. Bam. If they block, it's Intruder. If they don't, it's Big Ninja. So it's okay anyway. It's okay either way. Okay.
No?
Okay.
In any case, it's okay.
So I will Big Ninja now. Yes. Let's hope to draw some removal, but I guess we cannot. And we're racing. Both of us are racing each other. So slowly and surely, I'm losing life. They're losing life, but I will not be able to use Bind soon. Yeah, Ninja. That's 5 damage. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, I think we're behind this game now.
Also, a snap can resolve this board state. Oh, you cited out, right?
I said it what?
The snap.
No. I said it out the spells.
Oh, these spells, ok. Ciao Claudio, benvenuto.
Tricks. I'll play Snare Master. Yes, I knew this would happen, but I think I needed to get that out of their hand. They might even let this happen, yeah. So I will play Hacker. I will play another Hacker and pass with Intruder and hope they don't have another Spellstutter, maybe. Oh god. That's good. That's really good. Okay. Okay, let's just play one more turn. But yeah. Really good sequence. Obscure. Chat, if you haven't played Clear Obscure Expedition 33, play it.
Big game.
Just play it. Okay, we're at 1. Knowing my luck, we will draw Bind the Monster now. No, of course no spoilers, man. Okay, now we're on the play. So let's hope now we get a Bind the Monster or two. And I'm not sure I said, but I wrote a cheat sheet, sideboard guide for this list. 30 matchups. Posted today, actually. I think I'll go to sleep today like a baby after this. You'll be so
Also,
good.
also, if we go for 0, you hang it up like this on 4-0.
No, I know. So if I win, we have to play the last one. If I lose, we'll think about it.
Okay. Like a 2-drop. If a 3-drop, no way. If a 1-drop, okay. If a 2-drop, let's talk about it.
Exactly. Opponent is rethinking their sideboard choices or something. So, there are a couple of cards we want in the opener. Let's see if we see any of those. We do. Sniper.
That's a really nice hand. Also, if it got only one land.
Yeah, but there is... I mean, one will land with Seer.
We have Ninja, we have 1-drop with the Seer.
We have... if we hit a second land, we can even snap the 1-drop, and they get really behind. No, snapping a 1-drop normally is pretty bad, but because it's all about the battlefield.
Would you
And
consider...
I still...
No, sorry, go on.
Oi.
Nice.
Double top, I think. Because I will not be able to play all the cards anyways, probably in the next 6 turns. I might as well just lose a card.
A gut shot here.
No, there is 0 reason to do it on my end step. Opponent should take a draw and see what their situation is. But I guess they just couldn't help themselves to just play it immediately. Sure, opponent.
Consider as an appeal.
I think I'll do this.
Would you consider to keep this hand if the Faerie Seer was a Faerie Miscreant instead?
Probably not, no.
No? Okay.
Probably not. Again, I keep one landers with Seer very consistently, and wait. Because I could go Miscreant off one mind to try to draw the 3rd land. It's kind of okay. Nah, it's a bit too. It's greedy.
You need to chump block to make the Ninja unable to connect. So I think that to bind the monster is better here.
And I'll actually switch because I want to draw a
To
fresh
draw.
card, like
Yeah.
up a card, to be up a card. Okay, now they hit a lot. Now they yeah. The gut shot was good, not gonna lie. Like they actually they had gut shot is much better than snap, obviously, but they tapped down, which I'm happy about. So I will try to cash this in. Let's hope to draw a land.
Nice. Strix on the fairies and go with the ninja.
I'm thinking because this ninja doesn't generate advantage. So that's not that good. I have 2 creatures anyways.
Off one man
I think I
again.
draw the off one more. Yeah.
Okay.
To just get more resources.
Yeah.
And
Nice draw. Starter is nice here.
thinking if I want to offer the trade. Let's not. They could have Bright Barrow. Let's just pass. Let's just go. Ah, yeah.
How did you rate it?
Easy. Just you just feel it in your bones. Feel it. Okay. Now we're in the same situation as previously, so we need more lands. And as I said multiple times, this deck needs a lot of lands. Like as I said, like we continuously need to draw the 4th, the 5th. This deck is very mana hungry. Okay, that's better.
Off one mind is
So-
really huge.
I think I can play Seer and pass even maybe. Wait, maybe not. I'll top. Okay, I'll just play all the cards, I think. I'll tap this, so they have to block with Seer. And I'll just attack for 1 like this. Let's see if they block. They don't block, and now I ninja. And now I have 4 creatures on the battlefield. 5 cards, they have 4 cards, fewer lands. Life's good.
That's good.
Like, I want to keep up counter spells as the last thing I do. Like, if I see them tap low, I want to play creatures. Okay, first of all, you have to block here. Because if you don't, and they ninja Elder back, they will replay it and make other trades really bad for you. I will just block everything.
We had a ninja up here, so let's go.
Yeah. We trade.
Nice trade here.
I'm happy because I have 5 cards, they have 3. And a creature active. So. And if they pass like this, that's a 5th land, so I can play 1-drop double counter spell. And now I will not do anything.
Keep the Spellstutter up here. Consider you could refresh the ninja here, but I think that Spellstutter is better.
Now I will do the cute things.
Wow.
Okay. That's okay.
Huge. Draw 1.
I'll attack with this. So I should have attacked with both. They're not blocking. Okay. And at this point, I can just double block this ninja, or like even single block this ninja, or even not block this ninja, honestly. We'll see what I do. I'm not sure yet.
I'm not sure that he will attack with a ninja.
Let's see. If they don't attack, I'm also fine. Okay. Play a land attack. See, Magic is very easy. You just play cards. No blocks. So I'm not going to actually bounce this ninja, because I have the land to loot, so it's just as good as a fresh card.
Yeah.
So I would rather
Draw a new fresh card. Yeah.
yeah.
And make scry through
And not
before
use the mana.
the draw.
Bam bam bam. Yes. Bam. Now we have double Spellstutter. They are at 3 life. Pass.
You could Faerie Seer, scry 2, Miscreant, draw a card, and open with a Spellstutter.
Why no Seer? Because I'm just playing cards. Honestly. Like, I have 7 cards, they have 1. It's just whatever.
Yeah, to
And
damage
I'm
up
losing my
to us.
I'm losing cognitive abilities at this point. I have to choose the spots where I GG's. Oh, GG's. Keep up the great content. Thanks.
So,
Jeez.
dear Filip, we are 4-0.
Oh.
What do you wanna do?
I mean, let's play it.
Let's go, let's go. That's my man.
La 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 la.
So, round 5. 2 hour 45 minutes. Yeah, I think that the mirror match is always a hard match.
I mean, I like my configure. Also, remember, this is the game where they got shotted on 1. So,
Yeah.
just saying. If I played Gutshot and I lost the mirror match, but they played a certain Brazilian list, so you know. Okay, 1-drop ninja, keep. Very good hand. So we haven't played against any go long deck. We just play double madness, Boros and Mira. I'm curious if we maybe see like an affinity or Junt.
Il re dei cottolenghi. Posso confermare?
Kotolenghi for all of us.
Cottolenghi for all of us.
Yes, please. I want 1 Kotolenghi. and one more Sempredotto, if you can.
Il Lampredotto?
Yes, please.
I think that you're thinking about Cotoletta.
I mean, I'm not confusing anything. I'm just saying things.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm just bluffing.
All Cottolenghi, all Cotolette you want here.
Yes, and Sempredetto, of course. So, no, you have to think again. So, this hacker will pick up the Seer and replay Seer. I'll keep the counterspell maybe, but I also want the 3rd land, so not that sure about this. Oh, I said it. Junt. So, is there a world in which I hold up counterspell for turn 2? Wildfire or Familia?
At the beginning of the stream, you say that you'll never counter turn to Wildfire.
I know.
But it is a great quality play, so I think that at least we must consider it.
So the upside of getting the ninja in is, of course, the fact that you get the ninja in,
Yes.
and you also get more scries, so you can get more lands in. Even if they resolve Wildfire, you have the counterspell for the Chrysalis and stuff. What could they play? They could go like... The issue is that if they go Tapland Pass... Well, if they go Tapland Pass, I can go end-step Spellstutter, and then Ninja.
I think that Karklan Sham would not be the worst
Karklan
card
Shaman
you
is
can play,
whatever.
but...
What? Karklan Shaman is whatever. Yeah, I can see that Pesha is thinking similarly to me. Okay, so I will go with the way I normally play, and also... Yeah. With that need to have the 3rd land. Bottom, oof.
That
I like that...
definitely was the best choice.
I like that Pesha and I say one thing, and then the chat says a different thing. That's a really nice difference of opinions between two people and then the other people.
Yeah, you two play the deck, the chat don't. That's the real difference between the opinions.
So I think I can add Strix. I could hold up Dispel and something, but I think I'll add another creature. Of course, I'll tap Ichor Wellspring. Okay, no, that's bad. I should have hackered, drawn, and then see if I want to add a creature. That's bad. I will ditch Snap. Snap is bad in this matchup. Okay, I like my position now. Oh. La 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 la.
His definition of being an archetype specialist, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Damage. Trigger. So I tend to like at least one elder effect in this matchup to battle a familiar, but they don't have black, they don't have untapped black, and I would counter it anyways. So I think I'll ditch this and just pass. I mean, if they play into my counter spells, of course it's going to be easy.
I'm totally not biased towards being a Skura fanboy. Yeah, me too. And that's one.
Thank you, Sodek. Thank you, Sodek. Sodek has become a bigger fan of me since I started winning more.
That's not a mystery.
No, that's actually... Bam, bam, bam. Bam. And there are a couple of ways you can go about this.
So the side
Actually,
is
maybe.
okay. Sabotage and annul.
I'm not yet. I'm still thinking. Because I still haven't got this matchup worked out perfectly. I'm not going to lie. Because the issue is that everything is good against them. Like, Bind the Monster is good, Annul effects are good, Blasts are good.
What's the better game plan here, post side? To be more in the control side or in the aggro side?
You definitely want to establish a board early, very early, and then be happy that they play expensive cards because you can easily counter them.
Okay. Will they play discard effect like Duress or Last Light, for example?
Can you say that again?
Will they play something like Duress or Last Rites?
I don't. If they do, it's okay. Okay, I can see one person is reading my guides that I cut Big Ninja in snuff out matchups. But from what I've seen, nowadays they don't play snuff outs.
No, I think they don't play snuff out, actually.
I'll keep this. It's a 1-drop, it's a ninja. I'm not going to 5. Going to 5 is also bad. So, but this is not a winning hand, so I'm not expecting to win too much. Okay, this could be. Let's see how it unfolds. But this is a pretty bad turnout of events. Dispel, okay.
Let's go.
No, the opening is the best, but not the rest of the cards. It's my point. Damage, draw. Annul. No, annul. So I expect them to play familiar, honestly. So I'll just play another creature, discard a land, and then gas up with off one mind if they play familiar.
We need to care about also to makeshift munition too. That one is a bad card for us.
Bad, yes. Yes, it is. In this configuration, I have 0 ways to deal with it, but that's okay.
If it resolves.
If it resolves, yes.
Interesting
Oh, I
Wildfire.
mean, if they do something like this, then be my guest.
Do they even
Oh,
play
God.
Bread? I think a pair of copies. They're probably in the sideboards.
Okay, never mind. We're in a good position.
Yeah, we can loot
So this is
an
why
island.
So this is why this spell is so good. Like, if they go land breath weapon, easy. If they go, like, you know, inside of a land, easy. Cast down, easy. Everything that matters. If they play Chrysalis, whatever, untap, bind the monster. We're playing the game. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's much better than I anticipated. La la la.
At the beginning of the streaming, the chat where spell pierce is better than this spell. After the whole leagues, after the whole league, the chat goes totally the opposite.
Yes.
Who knows why?
Yeah, maybe Skura is right. Maybe. I'm not right about a lot of things, but I am right about what I say
Fairies.
about fairies. Sorry. La la la.
Yeah, totally right.
Sure.
For the spike spell pierce, Pese, get the fuck out. No. Oh wow,
Ta-ta.
that's ammunition.
Yes. Now we sadly don't have a lot of creatures, and we draw a lot of lands, so we cannot. Yeah, that's cool. But I don't think they can sacrifice their lands to do this, so
There's a Chrysalis here. No Lembas.
this is irrelevant. I don't know. Why do people think it's a bad matchup? They just resolved munitions and I don't care. And I'm not doing anything.
Oh, so for Spike, he's psychological. Yeah, makes sense.
Trigger. Discard land. Well, I didn't care. This is a bit worse. I will do this. They will sack it to kill one of the creatures.
No?
And they can do it anyways in a second, so.
Please,
So
ping
they'll probably
a
shoot my
damage
bow.
to the munition in the block. No, okay.
Yep.
I was hoping.
I am indeed unlikely to win from this position. Sure. But munitions is a one-off, so I'm not going to warp my plan too much around this.
Would you consider to concede right now and go game 3?
In a second. Let's just take like 2 more draws. Okay, I forgot. He also can sacrifice this creature, the spawns. Okay, sure. Let's play another one.
No Hydroblast here. Sure.
I don't have the space. Like I'm not. I don't know what I would have to cut.
Instead of this spell.
That's the issue. But then it depends on the draw, because now they will have like a inside draw or cast down draw, and then I will say, well, I wish I had this spell. Like it's a gambling game, basically. And I'd rather have this spell that tags 8 of their draw spells than Hydroblast that tags just 1 more munition. It's okay to lose 2 cards. I will say. And I know Sodek will back me up because he also believes that very strongly. It's okay to lose 2 cards. Okay, chat. This could be bounce land angle, but we will see. Yes, you just have to accept losing a bit more, and then you're going to win. It's a reverse paradox thingy. Okay, chat. You can vote. Do we sabotage? I'll do what you say. Chat,
I go for
tell
ninja.
me. Bounce or no bounce? Chat, I'll do as you say. Okay? Just a couple more opinions.
Bounce, 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 bounce.
No.
Wait for Wildfire.
Wait for Wildfire. That would be insanely greedy. That would be insanely greedy. Boop.
Okay.
Now, this play is particularly good on the draw because they will discard. So we actually didn't even lose the card, kind of. And now we can Ninja Faerie replay it. Okay,
And of
actually,
one
because
mind,
if
too.
you follow me, you know I played 4 annuls for a long time and 1 sabotage. Now I'm leaning to more sabotages to have these types of lines open to me. I was even thinking about playing 4 sabotage, but I split it because of like boggles and stuff, but maybe I shouldn't. La la la. Triggeros.
Will you cast off one mine or the miscreant again? The miscreant again.
Oh, okay, like they cannot have breath weapon now on. Ah, let's go. You know what I'll do. You know what I'll do.
Vetek, welcome. Welcome to the chat.
I think I can discard one of the lands actually. Draw. And now I will. Okay, sure. So. I could only attack with the flyers. I could also bounce familiar attack with all.
You can draw 2 more cards with the other off one mind, hoping to draw a tap. Bind the monster.
Oh.
And then, I don't know, Faerie Miscreant or Steel Sabotage on the land. I don't know.
If I off one mind first, then I cannot play more spells because I need to hold up counter spell, I think, for breath weapon. So, okay, this is actually a decision.
Don't if you Steel Sabotage the bounce land again. The tap land again.
Yeah, but okay, that's true. I'm not sure if I want to do this. So so I could go off one mind, attack all, they trade, bounce the land, play Miscreant, and then you could just have 1 land and nothing else.
Chalilo.
I could also. Okay, actually, yes. I want to trade because then they have fewer artifacts, I think, for familiar.
Skura, tap it, please. Right now. Do it. Be greedy. Be greedy.
Everything for fans. Everything for my fans. Fans, I love you. I dedicate this, hopefully, trophy to you. Also, I need to change my sideboard guide for sabotage as.
Too much stuff. So you're saying that is...
Yes, only for fans. Yes, exactly. This is an OFF by Islands in Front. Actually, okay, chat, fun fact. Hope opponent doesn't concede because I want to show you something. There is a Polish there's a Polish channel about Popa, and we had like a training session, 3 hours, and what they did is they actually flipped my lands with the spells on stream. Like they OBS
Islands in front.
And I played all 3 hours with lands in front on Modo. So, okay, that's pretty funny.
They play the Lambas. They play the Lambas.
So, from this position, we could just have double counter spell, or maybe we can just attack all. Boop. They will block, I will ninja, and have a counter spell. Also, this 3-hour session was full of knowledge. It was full of knowledge.
3 mana into empty board. Yeah.
Let's just draw one more card. Maybe. Okay, pass. See chat, magic is easy. You lose 2 cards, your creatures die to removal. Easy. This is life.
He's trying again with that land.
So, I'm actually not going to ninja now, I think. I'll just add 2 more creatures. Or at least wait, because I could draw 1 more piece of interaction. Like at this point, I don't need to commit at all. So I'll just have 1 more redraw. If this is an interaction spell, that's great. If it's not, I'll just first draw, because it could be a dispel. And if it's not a dispel...
Another miscreant, why not?
Yeah, sure. Again, I'm winning through Breath Weapon Pyroblast anyways, so... Pass. La la la. La. They sacrifice the land, sure. We have 7 cards in hand.
So much red, that mountain.
Also playing more creatures makes sense if they Chrysalis. So because they can block 2 creatures.
GG! Easy. Easy peasy.
Hey. Hold. Okay, I think I should play for fans.
If you want to play for fun, just right-click concede. No.
Yeah, this is for fans. This is for fans.
Hard cast a ninja.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so they can still gain 3, remember. So this is 6 life. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they block this. 1, 2.
You have a ninja too?
So yeah.
You can ninja 1.
So it is lethal, but it's not like obviously always lethal because they can gain 3 life here. But we do this.
And there are 6. Boom! That's a Skura trophy! Really
actually,
well played.
You know what? It actually breaks my curse because I have never trophied in Pauper, I think. Actually, I've never trophied on Modo because I tend to play paper mainly.
Yeah.
And do well in paper. But
so, big goal for you too this evening.
Yes.
That's great. That's
and
great.
we did it together.
Yeah. You did all the job, all the works, but I think that play with bind the monster into tap was nice. We'll be considering again. Of course. Please, Skura, link again all your...
This is the moment. This is the moment. Quickly, before they forget. This is where you can subscribe and get my guides. But remember, because I think a lot of people from my Discord, which is a public free Discord where there are 500 Fae players, just come here, talk to me, talk to other Faers. I'm building a proper community. You can be a part of it. And if you want to win as much as I do, do like I do.
As you can see, the quality of his content are really high, and Skura confirmed again a great player. What else?
Let's go.
GG. So, finally considering about the deck, Filip, what do you think about the deck? Do you want to make some changes, or do you like this way?
I think it's great. I think the only thing I would consider now is maybe actually for sabotages. But I like this deck list.
Sonic says snap out what? I think that snap was really huge in this league.
Yes, Sonic is now not up to date with the newest technologies. I mean, newest, oldest technologies. Also, the sideboard is pretty focused because it's, as I said, 3-5-6 and nothing else. But this 3-5-6 has been okay as well. So maybe there is no reason to add other effects. But for example, maybe I could do it like this, for example, right?
Oh, sorry. We can see the third column from.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you very much.
Maybe instead of going 6 blasts and 5 annul effects, go 6 annul effects
and 5
blasts.
Okay.
Kind of switch this, but I'm not sure. Genuinely, but
it depends a lot
for now
from the metagame and the match you will find. As you can not preordain in real life, you cannot know what game, what match will you got. So I don't know.
Yep.
So that is the deck. I really like the deck, and I really like the way you play the deck. That is really different from us mortal, common human like us. So I really like your thoughts and your process that allows you to play this deck at a really high level.
Thank you. The moment this video goes live, I will on YouTube. I'll have to share it with our 500-person community.
For sure. I think that I'll post it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I don't know, something like that. So real quick. But at this moment, I will thank all the chat to be with us tonight. You were great, and for sure, thanks to the Principe Azzurro, Skura, to enlighten us with the real way to play this deck. So, Pese, we have Skura 1, Pese 0 at the score here. So, you need to get 1 point. Guys, we see to the next episode of The Giving Voice. I am Sapo, and thank you very, very, very much. You can find all the links of Skura in our social. So next up we want Pese. Let's talk about it. Va benissimo ragazzuoli, vi ringrazio tutti quanti. Ciao.
Tutti quanti.